not coming into it thinking like, let's get some wham, fam. This is what I mean. Jesus Christ.
I said, who, me? So Aladdin just walked in just now.
Steroids. You start juicing soon.
I can see that from him still.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. I will never take drugs. But the stories.
When he was extra game.
Man trying to cast the Superman himself.
I don't want to be rude, yeah, but we did say about personal life and recording.
I don't have a personal life, man. Everyone knows my personal life.
Well,
Anyway.
if Landon says he doesn't want in him, we're in, man. Welcome to the Outtake show. This is episode 21, the show we give our outlandish takes within the movie and TV world. You got myself, the host, Yardman Junes. Junes in the building, gang. We got Mazavelli in the building, gang. Maz is here, man. She wasn't here last episode, but she's back here again, man. Good to have Maz back, man. It feels weird when Maz's not here still. And we've got the return. This guy has been missing on mission.
I was never
Return
gone.
of the Mac.
Time.
I was
For
never
so
gone.
long. For so long.
Return of the
He
Mac.
has not
I was
been
behind
around
the scenes, just
for so long.
making
Some people
sure.
were questioning, wait, you lot are four
And we
people.
know he's the fourth member.
Who's the fourth person? Who's the fourth person? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have the fourth member. He's been there since the very beginning, but over situations,
drabs.
he's been missing on action, but he's here again. It's the return of the Mac. Mac is in the building.
The real silent assassin.
Real silent assassin, real. He popped out of nowhere. He dropped in a group chat. He's been in a group chat, hasn't said a word.
Yeah.
Randomly yesterday he goes, you guys recording? When you guys recording? I'm pulling up. I said, huh?
All up in your
I
face.
said the date, I
Pow!
said the time, I said come through now. Then Aladdin comes, it's hard to do a full man. Nah, bun that, bro, we're doing it. And here we are, we got Mac in the building. Welcome
Look at
back,
us.
Mac. What are you saying, Mac, man? How you doing?
How you been?
This character assassination.
Assassination? Man, we've been missing. I don't think I've been the last time you've been here. There.
You murdered me right there.
When
Got
was
a
the
camera.
last-
You just
Wait,
killed
when
me.
was the last?
This
What?
episode
This
21.
This
You've
is
probably
the
been.
first time you've been in the pod in a year.
Yeah.
In the year.
Yeah. This year completely written off.
Yo, that's wild, you know.
When you think about it.
And it's actually been a year since last time because it was Black Adam trailer that dropped.
Yeah, I think that was the last time he was here, Black Adam.
Yo,
That felt like a couple of years ago, you know. That was
the clock is on point then, isn't it?
That's all. look how he spun it. He spun that nicely. He said, you know,
You have to give me some accuracy.
I said, when you
still.
think about it, I'm actually.
That's BMT.
Wait.
That's BMT.
That is some accuracy.
Man
thing
said, when you
right
think
there.
about it, I'm on time. It's been a year.
It's scheduled.
Yeah, it's been a year.
It's scheduled.
And Aladdin is also here as well. He's gonna jump in slightly later on. But we are gonna commence with the show. But first, before we commence, I do want to make an apology. Last episode 20, the audio was bad. It cut off midway, and I do want to apologize to people that was listening. That was my bad. That was my fault. But this episode, we made sure we got the right equipment needed to make sure the audio experience is good. So hopefully, you guys can all hear us individually clearly. Now, it is a 4-man pod, so do bear with us, because at times we may talk over each other, but we're gonna make sure you guys can hear us all individually going forward. But yeah, to start off the show, we're gonna start with some news. So I'm not sure if you guys have been aware, but there's been a lot of casting news when it comes to James Gunn's new film, Superman Legacy. So the first casting that's got everyone going wild on the internet is, of course, the casting of Lex Luthor, which is casted by Nicholas Hoult. Yes. I need to bring up his films he's in. Last film I seen him in was
Cowboy.
the Menu. I seen him
X-Men.
Yes.
The zombie one. I've read the book. That's how I know
Yeah,
it.
the
What
Warm
zombies-
Bodies.
Warm Bodies, yeah.
Yeah,
that was a
that
hard
was a
one.
TV show as well.
He's
wasn't it?
also
Yeah,
he's
that's
in
good.
he's in that Lionsgate like region
And
type.
Skins. Or someone already said
Skins,
Skins,
yeah.
right?
He was in Mad Max as well. I forgot about Mad
Yeah,
Max.
yeah.
He's one
He
of
was
those.
old in Mad Max
That's
also.
it.
He's
Great.
like, you know those actors that are they're like the main like supporting role, but you don't really know who they are, but
Jack
you
and
know
the
the
Beanstalk.
face.
He was in Jack and the
Man,
Probably haven't seen,
he
yeah.
was in the Menu, bro.
Jack and the Giant.
He was one of the best.
he was good in Menu.
Like
He was annoying. He was
supporting
awesome.
males.
And
That's
he-
he is. That's what he is. He's the main supporting role, and this it's funny because he was running up to play Superman itself, but didn't get the role, of course. But now he's playing his nemesis.
No, but he's got
Lex.
like a very like
As he
his
should.
angular face.
He has to be Lex after he missed
Yeah.
Superman. That's
It
how
makes
it works.
sense. Makes sense.
That's how
No, he has a very like villain type.
He
face.
does.
Like
I think when
not
he's
to, not to be like rude, but he has that sharp structure that you normally affiliate with villains.
It's interesting you said that because apparently he came close to being our Pattinson for Batman.
Really?
Yeah, he came.
I can actually
But
see him as Batman, you know.
Batman's almost like an anti-hero.
Yeah,
in a way.
that's what I'm saying. It's interesting you say that because I think that's probably what he was in the running. Why he was running.
I think anti-heroes are the best villains, you know.
Why?
Because low-key, a good villain to me is someone that you kind of understand their motive. And you can understand what they're doing, but they're just going the wrong way about it.
Anti-hero isn't a villain, though.
True. But it's kind of...
So you like anti-heroes more than heroes? You like your heroes to have
Maybe
a grey
that's
side?
what I'm trying to get across.
I like my heroes to be pure, man. I like my pure
I like my pure heroes. Alright, man.
So you
Shout out Jesus.
You don't like them, like, what's it?
I'm saying I don't like them.
Full Metal Alchemist brother type things.
What do you mean? But what do you mean by that, though?
Did you not watch Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah, I did. What do you mean?
But they were technically anti-heroes.
Nah, they're just kids that messed up.
They just made a mistake.
I wouldn't call them anti.
Forgive them.
They were actually heroes. They made a mistake. They lived their life trying to right the wrong. And like they weren't like, I would say Batman is an anti-hero. Going about the streets, messing up people.
Yeah, he's killing. He's locking
illegal.
people
You shouldn't
up.
be doing that. That's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
So like Man of Steel even has like government links sometimes. Superman always been linked to the government. So like Superman always works in accordance with the government. That's why he always stays away from the anti-hero tags.
Homelander, straight villain. Straight villain.
Well, he's like
straight villain.
But then he's also linked to the government.
No, because in a way, he is actually an anti-hero. But that man is a villain.
He's a
you
villain.
can't tell me.
No, he's just a villain. He's just a
Homelander
villain.
is a villain.
Homelander is a villain. He's straight up
He's
a
a villain.
But what do you guys think about this villain, Lex Luthor, and the casting for this? Do you think this is a good match?
It had to be. Because he went for Superman, he didn't get it.
Yeah.
So now he's gonna go for the.
He's gonna eat that role because, like Lex Luthor, you did feel sorry for him because of his relationship with his dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I need. But what type of body type? Do you want him to be there? I kind of want him to be.
Wow.
But no, that doesn't make sense. Lex Luthor was always just lean.
The guy he missed out on the role to is now Superman. He's gonna hate that guy in the screen test.
Yeah.
That's why they have to cast him.
Method acting. It's like, hey, let's make it real for him.
So I should have been you. And then the whole point of Lex Luthor is he wants to be
you.
Superman.
Oh, it's genius.
Bro.
It's genius.
It's perfect.
It's genius.
So let's do this. Let's go.
But this
Tango Ice Blast.
did this help your excitement for the film? Were you not excited for before?
I was always excited.
I was always excited Superman, innit?
Just because Superman or because of James Gunn back in it?
No, Superman alone, world's finest.
So anyone did it?
Any Superman movie, you have to be
no,
there. I'll trash if it's shit.
No, because you
Don't
grew
get me wrong,
You grew up on watching.
He's the world's finest. You have to.
You grew up watching Superman as a kid. It was always on like ITV or like ITV2. And it was just one of those.
I'm not a big fan.
It's a law. It's a law.
I think Superman's
one movie coming out in the cinema.
I low-key hate Superman.
You go watch it.
Oh, you're a Batman boy.
You know why I hate Superman is because I feel like I hate that he's so powerful. And the one thing that can kill him is like a green rock. That bugs me out. Like he made his character so good that you have to like find something
but that's
to
like
kill him.
that's like us getting killed by Mercury, isn't it? It's embarrassing.
A lot of things can kill us though.
Trust.
But I mean that's just an example.
Mercury poison, you know.
Asbestos dead. Wow.
There was another casting as well.
So you're saying that you don't like powerful characters?
I don't like overly powerful characters, and then they're so powerful that the writer has to make something small to be his, essentially what can kill him.
So you don't like Gojo then?
Who's Gojo?
Used to Kaizen.
No, I don't know who Gojo is. No, but I don't like Gojo.
How about
I'm still gonna watch this film. I'm still excited for this film. Who?
Dr. Manhattan.
But he's different to me because he's so powerful, but he's so intelligent. He like the way he looks at the universe is so different that he can easily just click his fingers and kill everyone.
But it's not too powerful.
It is,
he has no weakness.
But I like his motive on how he moves around life. He's just essentially a being that kind of.
But you like how basically because he's interesting.
Yeah,
it's different.
Superman's not interesting to me.
No, because he is because they haven't shown. That's what I don't like. People don't know the interesting.
Yeah. What's the difference between Superman and Doctor Strange?
Magic.
You can kill Doctor Strange easily,
Magic.
man. You can kill Doctor Strange. You can knock down Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange can get banged up still. You can shoot him really. Bust a couple shots and Superman.
I thought it was just magic. Like one's more physical, strong. One's an
Don't say like that.
He has bare powers though.
But you can kill him.
Both equally.
But you can kill him. can easily kill him. You
No,
can set him up.
Strange will murder Superman. Because obviously magic is weak to magic, isn't it? Superman is weak to magic.
Do you think? Boy,
Yeah, he is. Like that's one of his main.
and that's what I'm saying. That's another thing that I get annoyed about. The red sun shit that powers him up. There's a lot of stuff that they throw in there to make sure, okay, if you want to, we can kill him, but we can't.
He loves Superman. He's gonna be there first row to watch.
I'm gonna watch it. No, don't get it twisted. I don't like the characters, man, but I'm gonna watch this film. This film's great. This film, you know why I'm so excited for this film? Because this is one of the first films I've seen where I've gone through the casting. The casting is on point. DC's always good at casting, but also there's so much different superhero characters in this film. This is the first time I've seen a superhero film that has a bunch of superheroes in it. So we're gonna have a Green Lantern in this film. We're gonna have a Hawkeye. Hawk Girl. We've got one person called the Engineer, which is one of Superman's nemesis.
Wait, go up. Hold on. That's mad. That's what's his name?
Or X-Men.
Yeah, Darwin.
We're gonna put his face on the screen as well. He's playing some next villain as well. I don't know the powers, but I like there's so much superheroes in this film. I feel like when you
nice to see Superman with other heroes.
Yeah, because normally when you see a superhero film, it's like one person and one nemesis.
Because he's so powerful, they didn't really know how to like show other
like,
heroes.
Create a world where we know the superheroes in it and have them.
That's what I'm saying. Superman, he's actually a really interesting character when you actually read his day-to-day. Because his day-to-day show narrows him down and it shows how he reacts to people reacting to, because he's honest to earth. Man, Clark Kent is such a funny, like, wordless guy. He doesn't know what he's doing half the time. Yeah. And then people like Lois Lane, they're better because they show how ordinary he is, even with his powers. And Lois Lane is so cool compared to like Clark Kent. So you like them together.
Way out of her league. I mean, she was way out of his league.
She's so cool. Lois Lane in comics is like she's ahead of the story, and the story later turns out that like this is the main plot. So Superman finds out that like, oh, Loki, if you listen to Lois, he would have solved it. I'm saying they work together. So you can't, if you see him alone.
I really appeal at that because I feel like James Gunn, that's what he's aiming.
And I feel like
he announced this side by side.
And Jimmy Olsen is involved as well.
The casting for Jimmy Olsen is incredible. I ain't gonna lie, when I saw that, I can't wait.
It looks good.
He's perfect.
I feel like they're gonna bring the charm back to Superman.
Ooh, perfect, Jimmy Olsen. We put it in the screen as well. Oh my god. The cast is amazing.
It feels like they were cast for a story rather than, because I feel like sometimes people just cast for people in it. Like that Elodie guy, he looks good. Or every woman in the world is like crazy about it. But they didn't pick him. Yeah. They picked someone that we low-key didn't even know. Like I love that.
That's what they meant to do for superhero.
I love that. I was like, wait.
Especially for origin superhero films.
Who's Korra Sweet? It's Korra Sweet guy. then you just see the jawline, you're like, this is Superman. This is Superman.
And he's in the gym right now getting wham.
I don't know who he was. I thought they were gonna pick that Elodie guy. I was like, this guy is gonna be the guy. They're gonna pick him. He's tall, he's in Euphoria. Yeah, but it goes
to show that they're going for that sort of story. Because they picked him, I think they would have chose him because he's more of a notable face. He has good looking appeal, so that would probably help with the tickets. But I think they chose the other guy because they know it's true to the story. Yeah. It's true to the character they're building.
It helps, in it? Fresh face. You can come into it like you come into it all fresh. You're not coming into it thinking like, this guy's a wham fam. This is what I mean. Jesus Christ.
I said, who, me? Just nice walking in. So Aladdin just walked in just now.
Steroids. You start juicing soon.
I can see that from him still. He's one of those guys that I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. I will never take drugs. But steroids.
I can see him juicing. When the games, when he was extra games.
Man trying to cast the Superman himself.
I don't want to be rude, but we did say about personal life in recording.
We just got into Aladdin.
I don't have a personal life, but everyone knows my personal life.
Anyway, if Aladdin says he doesn't want in, we'll take it out. That's simple.
I'm so sorry.
Why do you do that for? We're gonna cut it anyway. You know that's sorry, all your listeners.
This one's when I interrupt the flow.
It's called chaos. We're talking about Superman just now.
It's giving ADHD. Okay. So take that ball away from me.
For real, look at him. Look what you guys doing. No, he's not used to doing recording, but you do, so you should be ashamed of yourself again. Yo, man's 3 fingers back. This guy just playing around the mic with the big clubber boards. But what did you say about Superman? You said that. What you're saying now, damn.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
You were saying about Lordy and the storyline.
Oh yeah, because
you're picking the right character.
Yeah. It feels like they're actually paying attention to like the storyline. Like they want to tell a story. Yeah. And like I love how every character in there, we don't know no actor apart from Nicholas Hoult. We don't know anyone there.
Well, I do.
We're all gonna but like I feel like we're gonna come into it with like fresh. Like if they picked that Elodie guy up, I'd have been like, that you feel like I'm.
No, I mean one of them actually won an Emmy.
Which one?
The one who's playing Lois Lane. She was in Marvelous.
Yeah,
Proposal.
she's
I don't see her in everything. That's what I'm trying
she's
to
not a
say,
notable face, but if you know her, you know her.
Yeah.
I think what you're trying to say is this person is not already assigned to a particular character,
fresh-faced
or is not a meme. Speaking about Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, I don't like him as that because
casting.
I look at him. I think that's not my man. That's same as the MCU.
And he's in so much big stuff. It's like
Exactly.
I'm saying,
That's
it, but with the
well.
MCU,
yeah,
but
Too much.
the way the MCU did it at the beginning, where they did well, is RDJ was not a big name, Hemsworth was not a big name, Evans not a big name, Ruffalo. You know what I'm saying? So like that, what they're doing in DC, I like it a lot because they did the same thing in Marvel and it worked very well. Exactly. It's just don't fuck it up after phase 3.
It's gone.
Just don't fuck up after phase 3.
It's gone, man.
cool. So we are talking about casting. Obviously, Aladdin just walked in, but Aladdin, what's your thoughts in terms of the casting?
For the Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, for Lex Luthor.
I don't have much exposure to him beyond X-Men. I liked him in X-Men. I have a weird take here.
Go on. Your takes are all weird. So it's just
That's really so I have a take. I actually liked Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor.
Me too.
I think it works for that kind of.
really.
Yeah, it did.
It felt very.
What do you think so?
It kind of felt like
Facts.
Superman's.
He's not used to people saying that to him. Okay,
What?
blushing.
He felt like Superman's Joker in a way.
Yeah.
It's not too crazy, but like a bit more grounded. But at the same time, that's what he felt like, and I liked it. I guess maybe because I'm a big fan of Jesse Eisenberg.
No, I'll explain
But
why.
also
He's
because
right. He's 100% right.
Tell me why.
Right. No, because that Superman was the most powerful version of Man of Steel we've ever seen.
Really?
So for Lex Luthor to scare him, it has to be a Lex Luthor that is not physically going to intimidate him. It's a Lex Luthor that is a mental Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
So that Snyder wanted someone that will terrify this version of Superman.
I never.
Something he
That wasn't
can't
my
deal
reason.
with. He can deal with the Doomsday. That's what he's trying to show. This Superman is ready for fight, but he doesn't like to deal with things that complicate the situation, like his mom being here, Lois Lane. He doesn't.
Yeah, he can't handle
exactly. So it's the perfect Lex for this Superman.
I liked him. Not for that reason, but that is a new reason why I like him. You know what I'm saying? He added more. So I like that version. So this new version, I'm assuming he's going to be more loyal to the comics. It's going to be very serious and
Even when we,
I like a businessman Lex Luthor. I like the businessman one.
Who's your favorite Lex Luthor?
I just know the Jessica. I know the other one.
The guy from Smallville.
Oh, he was good. I like
the black guy.
The old guy.
I remember black old guy.
You know there are two Lex Luthors in Smallville. There's the dad Lex Luthor and there's the Lex Luthor. So I'm saying you need to know.
No, I mean, actual Lex.
The bald one.
Yeah.
He was trash.
He was alright.
He was more like a best friend. He wasn't Lex Luthor. He was more like a best friend.
But that's
his brethren.
What's I don't know origin. I thought they were like friends, and then did the score.
True.
That was literally the whole.
Yeah,
I thought that was the comic.
I don't know. Lex Luthor should be Lex Luthor. Like,
okay, what does that mean?
But that's literally Lex Luthor in the comics. That doesn't make sense.
Okay, yeah, I get it, but my Lex Luthor should be
My Luthor is different, actually.
Yeah, like I don't want. When they were younger, they should be friends. But in the movie, he should be the one that Superman is scared of more than Joker. Because Lex Luthor knows how to get to Superman.
I think that's what
that is Lex Luthor's thing.
Isn't
he's not scary to anyone else, you know. He's just scary to Clark Kent because Clark Kent doesn't know how to deal with Lex Luthor, and Lex Luthor understands Superman and knows how to make him uncomfortable. So everything that Lex Luthor does is to antagonize Superman. He just does not like him. He's envious of him. It's not like I just want to kill you. I want to be you. It's a very complex villain dynamic. You know, sorry.
What are you listening to?
Yeah, I feel like you have to show that end there. And I couldn't see the Smallville. I don't know. I watched Smallville and I did like him, but I didn't get that threat.
But let's be clear, Smallville was still trash. I enjoyed
trash,
it.
yeah,
It was good for the time. It was good for the time. It was good for the time.
I think for the time, as like Lewis actually annoyed me in that one. That was
I had a crush on her, but she was.
Oh, I'm always horny, yeah? Look at you.
Look at me.
Look at you.
What did she call for like child trafficking or something?
No, that's not her.
Was it the blonde one?
She was never part of the
Oh, you're
comics.
so defensive.
No, because he's trying to throw dirt on my name.
No.
Your name.
There was one person in Smallville. She got
child trafficking. I know you're talking about.
Not child,
But she's not a main character in the suit. She was like randomly added in. That's why a lot of people thought she was gonna get killed off because she's not part of the comics at all.
True.
But yeah, shit, we digressed. Yeah, the casting looks good. Everyone seems like they're all excited for it.
I'm excited to go into this blind. Like I know close to nothing about DC.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to go into this. The same way I went into.
You know nothing about Superman.
You know.
I don't know much about
knows
most
things.
DC
He
characters.
don't
I know a bit
care
about
about
Batman. I know of characters, but I don't know a lot about their stories. So I'm going into this very similar to I'm going into Invincible, The Boys, that kind of stuff. It's like no comic book understanding pre-watching it, and that's why I'm very excited. It's like it's fresh, it's gone. Give him another chance. He lied to me the first time, but I'll give him another chance. Hopefully,
He did lie, but those films he wasn't creatively attached to, so I'm sold for this one. James Gunn. He lied about the Flash.
How about you, man? I looking forward to Legacy.
Freaking liar, bro.
Yeah, because like I grew up on Superman.
Oh, did you?
I was like,
sick. I didn't.
Which casting did you? Which casting was it like? You were like, yeah, this movie gonna be good.
I think once because I'd already knew who the person who played Superman was, and Lewis made sense to me.
Didn't they cast Lewis Lane? Apparently, they casted Lewis Lane first. Apparently.
Yeah. So regardless, they weren't recognizable names to me, and I was like thinking about the characters and how I would have interpreted it, and I think they'd be good because like Lewis is very like smart and witty, and the Rachel plays an amazing version of that in Miss Maisel, so you could just kind of almost see like an inkling of it, but like it'll be interesting to see what kind of change of direction they're gonna have, and also even in Pearl for like the main character, he's really good in that who plays Superman in the sense that he has kind of like a very assertiveness. But in that film, he was a villain, so it's nice to now see him as a hero.
Yeah. That's really interesting. So they're picking a Superman that played a villain before. That's wild, you know.
Because in the end, you kind of related to him. Wild. That was the weird thing.
And there's another film that I watched him in. Not a film, I think it was a TV show, Hollywood. Yeah. He was good in that. He was more of the what was I say? He played the good character in that TV show, and he has the face. He has the structure of I think a good Superman would be.
I was going to ask Matt something as well, because obviously you've seen him, you've seen Korra Suite and stuff, right? I've never seen anything. I'm gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna watch anything that he's been on until this movie. But I want to know, because obviously I'm a Superman fan, and this is the first time I feel like they're actually gonna probably come close to the origins of Superman a bit more to the comics of it, the OG comics. Not what I like, not the version of Superman that I like. Everyone forgets that there are multiple versions of Superman. There's the edgy version, there is the OG version, there is the mainstream version. So there's different types. And I feel like this is gonna be the original Superman, because
why?
They pick someone that can actually talk.
Yeah, but James Gunn doesn't really like.
No. Henry Cavill is not a talker. He's a more of a presence. And Brandon Routh before.
He's very one-worded.
Every Man of Steel before has been more of a physical presence.
Literally.
This guy looks like a talker. So I'm curious, is he like when you saw him in another thing, does he talk a lot?
He was like playing a film buff.
You see what I'm trying to say? So that's why I feel like Henry Cavill never talks in his movies. I mean, from Immortals, he never talks.
He a place of Warhammer.
Exactly.
That's it.
Even the Witcher,
every Man of Steel actor doesn't talk. They let the physical talk to them. So
and the powers and everything else.
So I'm kind of shocked, because it sounds like this is gonna be the first Superman that you get to realize has got a personality.
And also, I feel like
that's why I'm excited.
I feel like this one's gonna really touch into Clark Kent as well.
Clark,
I think the other one was like
I want to see him playing football. I actually want to see him playing football. I want to see him like kid.
I think that's what they're gonna do.
Smallville shit, like
I think they're gonna give me Smallville.
I'm ready.
I have high hopes for this, but I think James Gunn is gonna do a good job on this.
It's good that it's starting from the beginning, because to go from Henry to David is just like a mad switch, because he looks so young in comparison. So it's nice to see that like slow progression in age, and then you'd be like, oh, okay. Because when we got Man of Steel, as much as it's great, it was just like he's Superman. Here you go.
Continuity wise, made no sense.
DC said we don't have time to build. Marvel already has, so give us the guy already.
No, but
they didn't want us to build. They didn't want Zack Snyder to build.
Even him as a character made no sense. Like this guy he acts like an alien, despite the fact he's been living on Earth his whole life. So even continuity in the movie made no sense. It just looked great, and
but that was Zack Snyder wanted to focus on the alien.
Do you not think in terms of like the whole universe that they're building, do you think it's going to be more loyal to the comics, or
100%.
Because James Gunn isn't really from his Suicide Squad and his Guardians movies. They're not really. they're like their own thing kind of thing. They're not really. They take parts from the comics, but this is his own thing. So that's why I'm taking that.
I think the promo run he goes on social media shows that he's gonna do because a lot of times he posts like comic books. Like he seems like he's really engaged on Twitter to let you guys know that I'm really homing into the source material for this one.
Basically, he shook.
Yeah,
Basically, he shook. Just say he shook.
He's
not talking about watching him now.
No. I think he feels the pressure.
He's not gonna mess up.
And also, like I don't know if you was here when we was talking about it, but this film is one of the first superhero films I've seen, especially for Origin, where they added so many other superheroes in this. Yeah. We're getting a Green Lantern in this.
Yeah. In that one movie?
Yeah, we're getting Green Lantern, we're getting Hulk Girl, we're getting there's other superheroes that I don't even know of.
That could be a mistake.
I feel like he's trying to make you know this is a superhero world.
It's not a normal Green Lantern. It's like a much older. So I feel like it's gonna be like a universe setup. This movie is very much, I feel, gonna set up the whole new.
Yeah. I think DC. Your fear of that having loads of superheroes is that you're getting that multiverse thing.
Yeah.
Not necessarily multiverse. I've seen a lot of movies like stuff like Black Adam, for example, or if you want to go for Marvel examples, there's been a bunch of like Doctor Strange, for example, is just relying on here's a bunch of if you don't have a purpose in this story, like a solid purpose, you shouldn't be here.
I hear that, but I feel like someone James Gunn has proven that he can do multiple superhero characters in a film and have the old moment.
But God is
I don't want Legacy to be like that.
I don't think it will be like that, but I think he knows how to have multiple characters. Each character can have their own scene, their own little moment. Of course, the core of the film will be centered on Superman, of course, but Green Lantern will have his moment.
If you talk about someone like Green Lantern, who's like a big character, if he doesn't have his own storyline, this isn't the main Green Lantern. This is just another Green. This is like Green Lantern's like there's various. Cool. But so the way I see it is one or two ways of doing it. If you're gonna have a big character in this movie, he has to have his own storyline. If he has his own storyline in a Superman movie, you're doing him just disjustice. So the alternative would it be him or her coming in as a cameo. Which is also a disservice. So my thing is you take them out and you put them in their own thing and then do a team up after that.
I think that's cliche for no.
Yeah, I think we've seen that so many times though.
Or separate and come together.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like watching Arrow. And Flash.
What is different? What is he going to do that's different then? Because you have to be very, very creative.
I think that's what he's showing on social media, that I'm making sure this is
different.
I think this movie is going to be the origin. I feel like this movie is going to be at the end of this movie. He's gonna come all at the start. Basically, this movie's gonna be when he starts out as Superman.
You're gonna elbow me in the face, bro. Your elbow keeps going very close to my face.
Sorry.
Eventually, you're gonna swing at me.
I feel like it's definitely gonna be like the origin of him, like when a fresh-faced kid. Yeah. He's probably thinking of should I be Superman. I feel like this is gonna be very much because we haven't seen that before. Like we have, but we haven't. In a movie form.
Not the Superman films. Not Superman films.
We've seen it in Spider-Man.
But never.
We've seen it for other characters, but never Superman.
Yeah.
And it will be nice to just have that fresh flow where you kind of pull in that direction, and then you can build up for that for the next film.
Or villains were there before, and then he became Superman to fight a certain villain, or because.
I liked that whole. I think that's why I preferred Lex Luthor, because you got to see the relationship he had with Superman and why he ended up being that particular way in Smallville. Whilst in other films, you just got he doesn't like him, and you don't really get a context of why or how come he knows so much information about him. Do you know what I mean?
True.
What I want to know is why we're always referring this to James. Saying this is James Gunn's thing. I swear it's him and someone else. What's the other guy?
No, it's James Gunn and someone else for the actual universe, but this is James Gunn's film. He's directing.
Oh, he's directing this movie. Okay.
There's another guy.
Matt
it's true.
Reeves.
We should give him.
There's also Matt Reeves' universe. DC universe.
No, I'm saying no.
But I mean,
what's going on with that? Are they gonna merge this?
No, it's separate things. But what Aladdin is talking about, there's two people that are running this new DC universe. Yeah. It's sad that we don't. I don't know his name.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know his name. Say his name then.
I don't know his name. But for Superman Legacy, is James Gunn directing?
Directing, writing.
Yeah, it has to be a universe.
Yeah. Wait, he's directing. He's directing, he's writing, he's producing this movie.
Yeah.
When was the last time he's done something like that?
I don't know if he's writing this. I don't want to throw that information out there, but he's definitely directing this one. He's taking this one. And I think he's kind of dedicating this film to his dad, I believe, because his dad passed away. Or his brother.
But he writes movies though. He wrote The Guardian.
Yeah. So he may have some writing credits on it, but I can't say it because I don't really have the information.
But you know what? I'm curious.
Jonathan Kent, man. R.I.P. man.
Yeah, it was Superman.
When he said his dad passed away, I'm like, then he can't move to.
Yeah,
That character's gone.
Is there gonna be? Hey,
You can just see the
He said,
heartstring.
I know we're gonna see now.
Where's he gonna pull the heartstring?
I bro, he ain't got much competition because that man who still got Jonathan Kidd death scene was the biggest sort of bullshit I've seen in my life. No, don't save the people from the tornado. I'll
Don't
do
use
it.
your power.
I'll explain that scene. I'll explain.
Wait. First, Aladdin,
I'll explain Man of
explain
Steel
to the
till I
audience
die.
what happened in that scene. So we're talking about Man of Steel.
In Man of Steel, so there's been a debate between Jonathan Kent and Clark Kent about whether he should use his powers or not. So a point where they had a conversation where Clark saved a school bus full of kids, and then he asked his dad, "Should I have let him die?" And he said, "Maybe, maybe," which is wild. But cool. Now there's a tornado and there's a lot happening, and everyone's whatever, and the dog is stuck, and no one's in this tornado. Just that one dog. So he told him, "No, don't use your powers. I'm gonna go save the dog." If he used his powers, no one would have seen him, and he would have came out alive. Why are we worried about him using his powers? Plus, Jonathan Kent is meant to be like his. You feel me? Like he's meant to be his ground. He's like his guy. Like he's mental, isn't it?
Wait. But him not doing that, of course.
He dies. Yeah, he dies in a tornado, which is. I mean, the dog survives. Happy days. Yay!
So
could have been both of you, but sure.
So why does that scene make sense to you?
That makes sense to me. Alright, cool. Like I said earlier, there are different versions of Superman, right?
And this was a dick.
Before,
This is the worst one.
The Zack Snyder version of Superman, the way I'll always see, because he even gave a warning when he started, because Marvel were doing their thing, right, back in that time. So he even said it, alright, he doesn't want to do what another studio have already done a star in. They've done and dusted it. So he said his version should be seen as like an Elseworlds version. You know what Elseworlds mean in comics? It means that if we all know Superman, we know the story by heart, right? But then some writers, they know that because we know it by heart, they can't give us anything new. So they call it Elseworlds. They change it up. So it'll be like this version of Superman, he was born in a red sun, and his powers are different.
DC's multiverse, isn't it?
Yeah, so like Elseworld stories are like different. So I knew from the get-go, and a lot of us knew that like it wasn't gonna be the same kind of Superman that everyone knows and loves, because it's gonna be too similar to what Marvel are doing over on their side.
That's what debate.
It was always gonna be a darker. He even said something messed up, like in my DC universe, Batman can get in prison. That was the sort of thing that Zack Snyder was saying.
He said that, yeah.
Yeah, because he wanted to have a gritty Elseworld world where Superman and Batman are fighting, and Batman is knocking out Man of Steel's teeth are coming out. Like he wanted it to be visceral. Like you are seeing Superman suffer, and like Batman is like yeah.
So
like,
cool.
No,
we got the foreplay. We got the
DC.
foreplay. Now
Exactly.
give me.
But DC didn't like that.
Cool. So why is this scene making no sense? You're giving bad foreplay.
Let me explain. That scene was originally meant to be something more of like a don't use your powers ever, because the world is not ready to go through the whole explaining the whole alien thing. Just don't use your powers, even if it means me dying. Just don't use it. The world is not ready.
That's a dumb character.
How is it dumb?
I mean, no.
You saw what happened when
Look,
he showed himself to the world. What happened?
Huh?
Okay, when he showed himself to the world, what
He
happened?
didn't show himself to the world. He fucked up a city. That's different.
No. You know what
He
they did?
toppled Metropolis.
So one city versus the whole world.
You blew up a city
But they were gonna,
and killed a
do you know
bunch
what
of.
terraform means?
Terraform, gone.
You know what terraform
That's
means?
it, terrible.
Terraform
Heard of it, but
terraform means you change the geography of one planet to suit the home world of another planet.
Oh, Omni-Man, yeah.
Yeah, so they were going to terraform Earth to suit Krypton. Yeah. Do you know what happens when you terraform Earth to suit Kryptonians' bodies?
Yeah, everyone dies, yeah.
Yeah.
But you still.
The gravity alone on Krypton.
But if your first exposure.
So they were going to do that. That's why everything was crashing down, you know?
No.
The machine
I know
was
that
working.
one.
It was
I know
flattening.
that.
The gravity
We're going somewhere completely different.
No,
I know that, but what I'm trying to say is if your first exposure to my man is a problem. If he was introduced to the world way before that, and then that happened, they would have been a bit more accepting of him. You understand? It's the fact that the first is out of nowhere, this guy comes out of nowhere.
So
and he fucks
after he saves his dad, then the government puts him on TV.
Doesn't save his dad. Doesn't save his dad.
Why did you save this guy? Why didn't you save everyone else?
He's not saving his
when
dad.
the fires?
He's saving the dog. He's gonna walk into the thing, help the dog come loose, and he's gonna go somewhere else and he make up some bullshit story about how he ran away and whatever. Yeah, he could still hide it. You could still hide it, no problem.
Cool, man.
Why did the dad go?
Matt made his points, Aladdin made his points. Audience, you let us know what you lot think, man. God damn, man. You lot just talk about his dad died, man. It's sad, man.
That being said, James Gunn, he ain't got much competition. So
I'm sorry, yes he does. Man of Steel was an A-class movie.
I think Man of Steel was okay.
it was a good. I'm saying it's
People
other
hate
Jonathan
it.
Kent's death.
Nah,
he
it
ain't got
made
competition.
sense. It was a symbol.
Man said that definitely knows.
No, he's
Of
saying
hope.
that it's more important for me that you keep your secret. That you
But
say.
also at the same time, that was very accurate to how Jonathan Kent is in the comics as well.
Is he like that? He's a
No, he didn't want Clark to be exposed as like a superhero or anything like that. He wanted him to have a normal upbringing and be a normal kid. That was like even consistent in Smallville. So that is actually more accurate to the comic. I get why you say that, but at the same time, it's character accurate.
That's fine. My problem is I don't have a problem with character accuracy being changed to serve the story. That makes sense, but this particular scene don't make no sense. It could have been done differently.
We let the audience decide on that.
We let the audience decide.
We lot having like a 10-minute.
Does this by accident? Elbows me in the face.
Something else, man. But yeah, we're all excited for Superman Legacy. It seems we're all excited about the casting as well.
Yep.
We won't see it for probably a good 2 years. I think it's 25 July that will be out. But I'm sure we get some trailers for it.
At least Dune come out before that.
Yeah,
Dune has to come out.
Dune's coming out next year.
She's coming out in March.
Early March as well. They changed the date. It was late March.
They brought back in it.
They put it to late March, and now they pushed it up to early March. So it's coming soon, man. But in other news, we're going to talk about Ridley Scott. Obviously, his film Napoleon is out now in cinemas, and he's going through a press run right now. And a lot of people are complaining about the accuracy of the actual history of Napoleon, saying a lot of it is false. And Ridley Scott, being the old man he is, simply didn't give a fuck.
Yo, Ridley Scott feels like a young man's name. I don't know why.
He don't give a fuck.
I never knew what this guy looks like.
How old is he?
Sounds old.
During his press run, he
He's
said,
old. Oh, holy shit! This is the first time seeing his face.
Oh, first time seeing his face.
I've never known what this guy looked like.
This is why you always get your whites confused, man.
85 years old.
85.
Try it.
Wait,
It's
what's
fine.
this movie? Like, I feel like I've seen a lot of his movies, you know.
You have. He did.
Yeah. I feel like, Gladiator, of course.
Yeah, he did Blade Runner.
He's a sir.
I think he's. Has he done Alien? Yes, he's done Alien.
Yeah.
Yes, he's done
that's
Alien.
Yeah, that's what I was.
What makes Ridley Scott so interesting to me is that he's able to do very different genre type of films. So he's got Alien, sci-fi. He's got Gladiator. He's got
Prometheus.
Yeah, he did Prometheus as well, which is kind of like a prequel of Alien.
Blade Runner is such a.
Blade Runner is good. Blade Runner is a classic. Probably one of the best sci-fi films.
No, not the first one. The second one. The first one.
First one's good as well.
It's good.
That one's aged
but the plot was
perfectly.
a bit, like, parts of the
Have you
plot
seen Blade Runner, the first one? Aged like wine.
I watch it just to
It's on the list.
Oh wow,
It's on the list, bro. Come on,
Of course
now.
we don't.
You're probably right. I get it, 100%.
American Gangster.
I don't think it's perfect, but I watch it to
You
feel.
made Exodus.
Just
The Exodus.
The visuals are stunning.
I just feel like
He does. That's one thing we can all agree.
Tears in the Rain. That scene.
Ridley Scott does amazing visuals.
I think he's the most.
When the blood was mixing with the rain and it was talking.
Yes, that scene's classic.
I love that.
Classic,
I love that
classic,
scene
classic.
so much.
American Gangster. Well,
House of Gucci.
this guy has done so much different genres of films.
Black Hawk Down.
I think out of the most like classic directors.
He
he's
made a
the
movie
most
about Bin Laden.
Wait,
diverse
search this
director.
movie, The Kingdom of Heaven. Is it him? The Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Kingdom of
Bro,
Heaven.
that movie is one of my greatest.
Bro, Ridley Scott is a bad man. He's a bad man.
In my top 5, probably number 4.
I can't remember it. Is this with Orlando Bloom?
Yes, in my
Yeah,
top
that
5
film's
of all
hard.
time, it's
Film's
number
hard,
4.
that
I know
film's
that
hard.
for a fact. Kingdom of
film's
Heaven.
Let me tell you about Ridley Scott. I've seen some interviews with him on the round table. He does not give a fuck. I wish I had just 10% of his personality.
He's a
because
No, once
he
he's
don't give
got-
a F. He did a press run one time, and I'm misquoting him here, but he said along the lines of, Michael Scorsese's done one film. During the time he's made Killer of the Flower Moon, I have made 4 films. He don't give a F. He will beef all these directors.
Yo, he's a right.
He'll beef all
He's
these
the
directors.
gigs of movies.
I got one quote. One person was questioning about
Meanwhile.
the history accuracy of Napoleon. He said, "Excuse me, mate, were you there? No. Well, shut the fuck up."
I love these people. Yes,
he don't give a
Fuck everybody.
F. He don't give a F, and I love it. And I've watched the Napoleon. So wait, before I even talk about Napoleon, what do you guys feel about the directors having a no F personality when it comes to their press runs?
But
talk
also,
about their film?
like, I don't know, like, you don't expect it to be exactly bar for bar historically accurate.
True.
It's made for entertainment purposes. It doesn't say 100% accuracy based on history, exactly on the textbook. It says based on
Based on
history
true story.
with entertainment
So
purposes.
it's based. So we're not using
If
all
you
of it.
want a real thing, you got a documentary, innit? You don't go for me.
Legit.
True.
Like, History Channel do amazing stuff. Check
Okay,
it out.
nice. Do you expect it to be like, you know Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
And then just like what's this one called?
Napoleon.
No, but Oppenheimer was also critiqued for not being exactly accurate because there was like too many stars in the flag.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Too many stars in a flag.
Yeah.
Because it included the updated version with Hawaii included as one of the states, whilst previously at the time during the war, Hawaii wasn't included in that.
So
but
one
it was
missing
a
star.
result of World War II.
One extra star.
One extra star.
And they're losing the shit.
But yeah.
Yo, America!
That's how these critics are. Like, they're saying, go make the movie. Go make a movie then. Like, go make
And that's what Ridley Scott's standing on.
Like, if you felt that strongly about the era, go show us your version.
The way I see it, the purpose of biopics is not to be historically accurate, is to make aware the big things that happen, kind of be loose with the rest of it, and now you go do your research. That's the purpose of it.
I agree. Like, get people interested in the story, innit? So
and do your research.
They look into it. Did it really happen?
But at the same time, their main focus is to entertain, right? That's where the rest of it a bit loose with the legit stuff.
100%. That's why it always says based on a true story. You know, saying this is a true story.
Yeah.
We're based on it.
Really?
We use it as material, but we won't follow it all the way through because we do need
So
to
it just doesn't
well.
seem accurate. But people are gonna cry about the Titanic. Oh, is it true? Come on now. Come on.
I do love Ridley Scott's energy of like, yo, I don't give a fuck, bro.
You know, I actually see some of his movies that I didn't know. Like Exodus is one of my favorite movies. I'm a big fan of that one.
Is he American? He's American.
He's British.
He's a sir. He's
British.
knighted.
Fam, this I don't give a fuck energy is British, bro. That's
He is British, bro.
Do you know what I keep confusing him with? Guy Ritchie.
Guy
I keep
Ritchie.
confusing him
Really?
with
Guy Ritchie's English as heck.
Yeah,
You can't give
he's
more
like
English than Guy
proper
Ritchie.
British, isn't he?
Oh.
Made a gentleman. He's a gentleman.
Do you know
Top
they're doing a
ten
TV
Judgment's alright.
series?
I've seen Arthur and the sword. The sword. That
Yeah,
one
and-
was-
Argo. I can't wait to watch that movie. I
Arthur.
can't wait. Arthur. What's it?
You know, Arthur.
What's
What
about
are you talking
Argo?
about?
Argo.
The one with
Okay.
that features what's his name?
That's
Henry for a second. For a split
Oh,
second.
the cat.
That's our
That's
old
not Guy
star.
Ritchie.
No, but if we said Argo, right? I'm looking forward to that.
Argo.
Argyle.
Don't worry about it.
We'll talk about when it comes out. It's looking good. Anyway, who else has a no fucks given mindset? What other directors? It's
Scorsese definitely has one.
Not like this.
Spike-
Not
Russo?
like Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott's one's
Spike-
different.
Spike
top five.
Lee.
Top five.
Spike Lee also
She's number
has
one.
Michael Bay.
Quentin Tarantino gives a don't give a fuck energy. I think I'll put him close to Ridley Scott, between 1 and 2.
I say him number one actually because he put his whole foot fetishes in every movie.
Yeah.
That takes some balls.
Yeah.
Like he normalized
Foot
foot
fetish.
fetish.
And he did it today. He did it time ago.
He normalized foot fetish. Like,
Yeah,
he made it
he
normal
did it
now.
time ago when it
Like,
wasn't.
Emma Thurman's foot was every
Everywhere.
movie is in there.
Okay,
Your foot, not your foot. Move your foot, bro. Move your foot, bro.
do you think-
How to take yo, bro?
That's a cool song.
Your Batman
Selma
socks.
Hayek- The fact that he got Selma Hayek to do a scene where she pours champagne down her leg and he licks it off of her feet.
This
What
guy's
movie is
That
corny.
scene was
This will be.
What movie is this?
Aladdin
Tell me,
is-
nice.
I think it's Dust of Dawn or
Dust
something.
of Dawn.
Dust of Dawn.
Legendary movie.
Yeah.
Was that cinema?
I didn't
How
see
much
it.
like?
Yes or no? Was that cinema? That's the artist in you not see that. So, listen, Salma Hayek herself loves that scene. She loves that. If you ask Salma Hayek her favorite scene of all time,
When
it's gonna be
Quentin
that scene.
licks my toe.
Do you know why? That scene made
Cinema.
her, you know. That scene made her, you know.
That's what I heard.
That
That's what I
scene
heard.
made
That's what I
her
heard.
with the snake.
Yeah.
The, oh,
Yeah, it's
my
And then-
God.
and then
iconic
bikini.
scene.
Yeah,
Cinema.
the dance as
Yeah,
well.
iconic scene. This is cinema.
Because you know, like the fact that.
It's a foot fetish. This is cinema.
But who else? Who else is the director? That's mad.
Wait, one more film.
What,
It's Tarantino. Someone tried twisting it on him. Like she was like, "Oh yeah, but like in that scene, he's very like he's rude to women, blah blah." And he was like, "Go watch that scene again. Look at her and look at all the men in the room and tell me who had the power in that room." I'm like, it's true though. Like,
It's true.
who do you think had the power in
But
that
then
room?
also, how can the male gaze determine what female dominance is in that room?
Don't
How
looking at
can,
one.
how can the male gaze define female dominance in that exact scene? It can't because it's the male gaze.
I don't know.
You got me lost right now. Shit, man. I need to pay this back again.
This is the part where
Fuck
you need
my
to
brain
explain
just
to
now.
us. 'Cause we're
The
not-
male
we're not
gaze
guys.
is the perception of how men always sexualize women.
Yeah.
So in this particular situation, how is it that she is more dominant
That's
from
true,
that
that's
perspective?
true,
No,
that's true.
you
Oh,
can't say
I
that
see what you mean.
because it's coming from the perspective of man. So of course it's going to seem like she's dominant, but ultimately she's just being sexualized.
Yeah.
It's just the male gaze.
Oh, I see what you mean. You spun it still.
That's true.
This is why the 4U podcast says you have the best takes. Shout out to the 4U podcast, man. Man's come through with the fucking facts.
So who has power in
Now
that
it was
situation
sad.
then?
Still watch it. Still watch that film. It's a good film.
Ultimately, it's still Tarantino, not only because of the fact that he's the one licking her foot, he's the director. He's her
But even
Tasha has a
afterwards,
funny face.
but that scene made
It's
her.
so childish.
As much as it made her, like, let's not be honest, that's still very creepy. If
It
we
is.
turned it the other way around and it was a Nowhere Boy scene and Sam Johnson had done something similar to that, everyone would be like, that's really creepy. Why is she doing that?
Well, I've seen similar scenes, but like where like a woman is doing that to like in scenes in movies today. If it's flipped, you would have no problem with that.
No,
Exactly.
I would have a problem.
Is it?
Yeah.
So Wonder Woman.
No,
Wonder
exactly.
Woman.
Yeah.
Do you have any problems with Wonder Woman?
Which one?
There was Wonder Woman.
Is it?
Which one?
Later,
On what one?
Wonder Woman showed, but every feminist.
But do you know how
What film was this?
do you know how many-
Wait. What
Whoa.
movie was
Wonder
this?
Woman 84.
So how
84.
come? So you like
Is it?
Blade Runner, right? I don't like Blade Runner because it's.
No, but like that's what I'm
It
saying.
was so
I
unnecessary to the
don't
plot.
go to every movie doing like if you have the energy for this movie, carry it forward.
Wait, what was in? How did this happen? Oh, when
She took over a man's body that wasn't a
yeah,
man,
yeah,
and she
yeah,
had sex with him.
yeah, I see what you mean.
Did he say he wanted to?
Yeah.
That was another man's body.
That was-
Yeah, but
Wife. You go into that.
That was blatant.
No, but it's
Yeah.
Wonder Woman. It's fun.
Yeah, he took a
Let
man's whole
men
body.
do that.
Yeah.
So
it's
when
good.
you come, so it's very.
We say it's touch and go.
It's very
But
Yeah,
again, do you know
Yeah.
how
Yeah,
rare
okay.
that is?
So I'm saying that male gay scene, she had the power.
But
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah,
Because
he's funny.
the rules
Nah,
are-
that's not
the
true.
rules are
bro.
very
It's
tough.
not-
I'm sorry.
do you know how many scenes there are where women have to deal with it because it's very uncomfortable?
But
In
today-
Hollywood.
Okay, but how about
In
today?
Hollywood.
But how
And
about
then-
today?
What
Today,
do you mean how about
but
today?
today it's flipped and it's okay.
It's not flipped.
For
The
women,
world is very sexist today in TV for men.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think you have a. It's there, but it's not as enough.
Bro,
as
I
it
watched
is towards
Star Wars
women.
and Star Wars was telling me that I'm stupid and that whatever a woman says is the right thing, I should just listen to every woman.
There's a lot of films. There's a lot of film and TV shows that are doing that now.
Yeah.
There's
No,
not-
but
but
a
I
lot of
think-
media is
I'll-
telling me that
but I
because I'm a
think-
man, I'm dumb.
But do you know?
A lot.
That's not the female gaze,
There's-
though. You're getting that perception that you think that's the female gaze.
I'm not saying it's a female gaze.
But that's never the
No,
female gaze. So
I'm
how
not-
is it twisted?
I'm not saying it's a female gaze, but you're saying that in that situation, you're
but I'm
applying
saying,
it
but
to
that's
that.
I'm saying that perception is the male gaze. So how can the male gaze perceive that to be a woman being dominant? It's got nothing to do with that. That's just a male gaze perception. Whilst your argument on these other modern
But she was being
films-
dominant. She was controlling them. That scene was that was her character controlling them.
on these other films that you're arguing that where women it's like almost empowering and it's almost like
No,
that's
someone. No,
But-
that's
Yo,
one on TV.
Yo, let.
Oh, sorry.
But at the same time, a majority of those angles aren't written with a female gaze intention. It's
Okay.
the male gaze trying to interpret the
Okay.
female gaze.
Okay.
So, but we can agree to disagree.
So explain Wonder Woman then.
This guy here. You mad?
Right? That was
But can
so,
we,
so
That has a
F-
cold
the,
shit.
the biggest super
That was-
female
But
super,
I think it's two different things though.
Wait. No, the biggest female superhero in the world. Someone in a second movie and no one's gonna peep about it.
Do I have to bleep that word?
Do you know how mad that is?
Should I bleep that?
Yeah, sick.
No, but do you know? No,
also
no.
for TikTok as well.
It's very uncomfortable, but it's true.
I hate what you're saying. You
all I'm saying.
have your points,
So if you wanna
But-
bring that to every movie,
but the reference Maz
every movie is messed up.
has a point. But you're generalizing it more so like there's so much other films
I'm
doing it
just
as
saying
well.
that you can't-
If you say it
you
to
can't
this
pick
one,
and
you have to
choose.
say it to the
You
other
have
ones
to be
as
even
well.
to everyone. You
I hear what
can't pick
you're
and
saying.
choose which movie is gonna put you through your moral dilemma. Because there's a lot of movies that do shocking things. So we all need to be like,
I'll be real. We need to police all of it. You have to police all of it.
Yeah.
But that scene there is crazy. Way Maz just explained that scene just now shows a different light onto how we see that scene. And I think if you really deep it, Quentin Tarantino was kind of messed up for doing
He's
that.
a messed up-
He's a
he's a
messed up. He's a
freak.
messed up guy as well. He's messed up.
I'm a film and feet is when every single like it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But he's confident. He's like, you know what? She's agreed to it. It's a consensual thing. I'm gonna put it up there. You can't argue with
But
him.
what's the difference between? Let's actually just digress and go back to the movie because like we'll actually.
No, but you're right.
I ain't gonna miss the gospel for this conversation.
Mass, you're right.
Summarize it,
I'm not
summarize
saying
it.
that he's not a creep.
No,
I
I'm
didn't
not.
say he's a creep. But I'm just saying that like why is that the Wonder Woman? To this day, it's not mentioned. But it's a big thing,
Has
you know.
nobody watched Wonder Woman 2?
They did.
I watched it.
Wonder Woman's not a classic.
But everyone forgets that they watched it.
It did bang.
Life is good.
It just didn't.
It can be better.
Anyway, next topic.
Pedro Pascal.
The next topic is the debate.
Take that whole section off. Take that whole section
No,
off.
I have to play that back a couple times. I have to play that back a couple times. I said, nah, move, but I take it off, man. You said what you said. You knew what he was on. We're recording audio, recording visuals.
That was personal dialogue. No,
that's not personal dialogue. Move.
that was personal dialogue. Man.
Hey, I'm familiar. This happens when you don't do shoots regularly, bro.
Trust me, mate.
Yeah, experience.
No,
Man, I
man.
swear we're just spitballing.
No comment, because I was literally just doing all my essays from like.
This is
from my film
literally
watching.
we talk about Ridley Scott right
Set me
now.
up.
We're gonna go back.
She
Accusations.
set me up.
False
Set
accusations.
me up. See how she's tied me up there nicely?
How did
Are you approaching her from the male gaze or the
She
female
didn't set
gaze?
you up, man. You said what you had to say, man. You said it
up
for
to
chest.
the
You said
male
it for
gaze.
chest.
She made me male gaze myself.
But yeah, man, I do like directors that go crazy, man. I do like the ones that say it with chest, and there's a long list of them. But do let us know what you guys think of other directors. We do
Who's
have
your
Ridley
favorite
Scott.
director right now?
Right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you just put me on a spot.
I'll say
Nolan.
I know his favorite director.
Emerald, because Saltburn.
Yeah.
Nolan.
Right now.
Yeah.
You know my favorite director right
Yeah.
now.
No, of all time, like current.
Oh. I don't know if I can
He's
say
like
that
Edgar's
now.
guy, I swear.
Edgar White.
No, Robert Edgar's.
What with Edgar? Who's that? Who's he?
The Lighthouse.
Oh, that's him.
You were feeling for that guy.
He's my guy, but he hasn't done anything this year.
Oh, that's for us. Actually,
Yeah.
this year.
That's coming out next year.
Oh, God. I know you're going.
That film's gonna be a classic, bro. Instant classic.
At the
Instant classic.
moment, I would say Emerald. What's her surname?
I don't know.
Emerald. She's because she both wrote and directed Saltburn.
Throw her stuff over there.
Throw stuff.
These Batman songs are crazy.
I can't. I'll get you a pair, bro. No, you know what?
Wait, who's your favorite director? Wait. You asked a question and you changed topic. Who's your favorite director right now?
I got a lot, you know.
Pick one.
Say one.
Okay.
Pick us out in a row.
Danny Villeneuve right now.
Who?
Danny Villeneuve.
Yeah, you love the film.
Name a film.
Because Dune, just.
Oh, Duke.
Because it's a movie that could.
You know what? Yeah, we're gonna have a debate, but
It's a movie that could never be made, and he made
It's gonna be
it.
an
So I feel
outtake,
like that
but
makes him the best right now.
I
And
love-
after him, then obviously Nolan. But I feel like.
you know what? Yeah, I'm about to say yeah. I feel like he does better films than.
Nolan.
I think his films up there. You know?
I don't have enough.
I think if
Don't
you
say
do
on camera.
if you
Don't
do
say on
all
camera.
his
Don't
films
say on
and we
camera.
do Nolan's films and we do it side by side,
Don't say on camera.
it's an argument.
Watch this.
It's an argument.
Watch this, yeah.
It's an argument.
So Nolan's my favorite director, innit? I'm gonna start saying Nolan movies. You respond, yeah. Alright. Interstellar.
Prisoners.
You don't tell me if that's a good.
Stellar Prisoners. I can't compare the two.
Cool.
Both A-star
Inception.
movies.
Deception. Alright.
But by the way, I did quantity. I trying to say Nolan has more.
I'm not saying more.
But
I'm
wait,
saying,
wait.
Can you?
But wait, if we're gonna
side by
but
side.
let's look at
Just the
but look at his list of films. Oh,
No,
he hasn't missed.
No,
Name a film he's missed.
No, that's actually they both haven't missed.
Nolan has missed.
Where?
There's arguments that he missed with Dunkirk.
Dunkirk
wasn't a movie. It was just a-
You don't say that's a miss.
It was an experiment.
On Dunkirk.
You don't think that's
It
a
was
miss?
an experiment.
I think that was a good film.
No, it wasn't a miss.
It was an experiment
You
and
know
it
how I
slaps.
feel about those.
Feel about war films.
Because it has Batman in
So
it.
man says it's trash. So
No.
That is different.
I didn't say that. I said, you know how I feel about that genre.
So you don't
of
mess with
film.
that film?
I can't.
exactly. So it's trash.
No, but I.
Yeah, but they had
it's
Barry
just
in
my
it. Barry was
forte.
in. He died.
There's a huge
It's fine.
argument against Tenet.
Same with like.
There's a huge
Tenet.
argument against Tenet.
You can't know. That's the.
There's a line split between
Who said-
Tenet.
who's-
A
Some
lot
people
of
say they
people-
like
a lot of
it.
people-
Some people say they don't like it.
I don't understand it. For the friends. For the friends.
I'll talk to them in it. Know who?
Well, the public, the
Who are you
worldwide.
defending right
People
now?
in different
I don't
countries.
Tenet, no, but how
People
can
across
you,
different
but Tenet
countries.
is like a masterpiece.
Okay.
So like, how are you going?
Some people say
Actually losing mad.
Sorry. I'm losing my
He's
patience
rattled.
Like Tenet, Tenet.
That slaps.
People
I don't
argue
understand it. It's
that. And
like
Dunkirk as well.
Dunkirk was an experiment. I don't really.
See, you
Just
can't
say-
add actress. Like, you can't add like slashes towards it.
Yeah, but no.
It's
As
either
an
good or
experiment,
it's
it still
bad.
slaps.
It's a experiment. It slapped.
You know, if you're gonna put side by side, it's still Inception.
Let's name the
Just say
list.
sci-fi movies, innit? Don't say.
I like war movies.
Yeah, but
I like war movies. I like war
I'm
movies.
saying it's bad. I'm saying it's not like a movie where you follow.
All I'm
It's a
all
very
I'm
fun
saying,
experiment
what's
of
the name?
time.
I don't know the name of the director. What's his name?
No.
No.
Denny
What?
Villeneuve.
David.
Denny.
Denny. So all I'm saying is, if you put a line of his films and you put Nolan films, there's an argument to have there. I'm not saying he's better. I'm not saying this one's worse. I'm just saying there's an argument there.
If you watch Survival, when I get back to you.
comparing them though. They're very different guys. Like
I feel like I compare them
vibes.
because I feel like they've both done those type of films. They've done the sci-fi. They've done the action pack.
That being said, we'll be on to the film.
they both can't do action though. They both can't do action.
And the reason why I compare them is like you said. I think they've done similar type of films, and also they're both trash at doing action fight sequences.
Is he trash?
And I think they both have like great solid bodies of work, and it's hard to go by directors that have great bodies of work. We're talking about Ridley Scott, but Ridley Scott also has a couple misses.
Jordan Peele was there.
He has a lot of misses. Jordan Peele, but he hasn't got that much stuff for me to put him in the conversation.
Yeah, but he's definitely up there.
Nope.
I don't think so.
For me.
I think
Nope was the movie.
he's got good films. Don't get me wrong, but he's only got 3 films. Let him make some more first, and then we can put him in the conversation.
Very excited.
Wing with that nice 3 is nice. It looks nice.
For now,
it looks nice.
until he
And like those 3 low key are a universe. I can't explain it.
I think he said something like that.
He's got a universe. He's got a universe.
Everyone's in the universe, you know.
Like the thing, no, but like in
This guy's
no, but it's the best kind of universe. It's the best kind of universe.
I'm tired of universes, bro.
No, but I like that kind of universe.
Look at you, look
It's
so
got
tired.
legs in it.
Oh,
No, but it's the
universe.
best
Another
kind. No, but it's the best kind. When things are loosely based together, that's when magic happens. Because you can.
That's so cool.
No, do you know why? Do you know why?
It's like a Christmas ad.
No, you can play around with the rules, innit? Nothing is like set in stone. No, do you know all this? All
They don't
everything is
have a
Stephen King.
crossover in life or anything like that.
No.
Because like Daniel Kaluuya plays both types. Did you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the same universe, but you get the same energy and the same vibe.
Stephen King vibes, like the
Yeah.
books. The notebook
They're
is
not
linked,
100%.
but then some weird character can pop up. Like
It's like
weird,
it. It's comparing it
Stephen
to The
King.
Shining. It's the same energy, but completely different.
I don't.
Same,
She's
but
still-
different.
They say the
Definition.
Nolan movies. They say the Nolan movies are somewhat connected as well.
Yeah, like
I choose to not to
a
believe
good
that.
director got a bad.
Makes me feel better.
I like if they do like little Easter eggs. That's cool, but don't say it's a universe. Just say,
Yeah.
just say it's.
They have a
See,
universe.
Marvel ruined everything for you, lot. Marvel
Yeah,
ruined
because
things for you, lot.
it does.
They
It did.
ruined it.
It did.
They ruined it.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? It wasn't even a real universe. It was a TV series.
What do you mean?
I kept telling everyone that the Marvel thing was a TV series. It wasn't really a universe.
Marvel as a whole.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah,
it was
yeah,
a TV series.
yeah. I guess yeah.
It's a
Each
glorified,
one's 8
and now
movies. Like
you know,
Yeah.
everyone just scarred now because they feel
Yeah.
like if things are linked,
Yeah.
it's gonna be that. Like
Yeah.
the universe don't
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
be.
that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened.
You're debating. It's not like reasoning.
I fully agree. I fully agree.
Oh, shit, sorry.
We have to move it slightly forward. Oh, you
Cables.
Sorry.
You broke
I forgot to say now. But yeah, I agree. Like, it messed up for everyone.
Yeah, true.
The word universe, cinematic universe, is messed up now because
It wasn't for a long time. It wasn't, but so sad.
We digress.
The death of her.
Well, where we are now, we're at reviews. Let's talk about reviews, man. Reviews and films. We've got very
Might as well
interesting.
just go to the Napoleon since you guys just.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Napoleon. See, we're talking about. Ridley
Do
Scott.
you care about spoilers?
It's okay, but I think it's probably best we should go spoiler free.
Yes, do spoiler free, man.
Okay.
Even though this is based.
It's not.
on-
It's a biopic, so
That's what
you
you,
should
that's
know
what,
this.
that's what you lot say. I've already said this on camera. I've said it on a couple episodes before. Just because it's based on a true story doesn't mean it's not a spoiler. You're still spoiling it for me. But nonetheless, we're going to talk about Ridley Scott's Napoleon. That's in cinemas right now. Myself and Aladdin has checked it out and gave it a watch. What was my thoughts before watching this film? I can't say I was like super excited to watch it, but I was interested to watch it simply because it's Ridley Scott.
Wait, on the chat, you look like you was mad excited to watch it. No, I'm saying like, what changed?
It's on my list to watch.
Okay.
So maybe the words seem like I was like, yeah,
I
let's go watch this film.
I read it wrong.
But I watched in IMAX, of course, because I got the voucher team to watch in IMAX. And I feel like certain films that are promoted for IMAX, I like to consider trying and put in effort to watch in IMAX.
Does that promote IMAX?
Yeah, they have like the whole IMAX trailer thing saying
Yes.
shot on IMAX, made for IMAX, you know, the whole shebang. So
You can see a horse getting
yeah,
for Diamond in IMAX.
and it looked beautiful.
That's
It
awesome.
looked
Wild.
beautiful. So I watched this film 3 hours. I think it was like a good 3 hours long,
No, it's
and
2.5.
I enjoyed this film. I can't say it's my top film of the year.
No,
But I
definitely
actually I enjoyed the film. I think it was a cool film to watch. But that's pretty much my review of it.
I think this is the first movie that I was really excited to watch, and I was very disappointed in after
Yeah.
coming out of it. Like most of the movies that I watched, I'm disappointed in. I wasn't mad excited to watch it. This one was
Yeah.
like Joaquin Phoenix as Napoleon. This is gonna slap.
Yeah.
Slap.
Yeah.
This is slap.
It had good
It's
moments in it.
Yeah.
But then it was like,
And it was surprisingly funny at some points. Like, it was like random jokes that.
But I
that
think
kinda
Napoleon.
landed, but, like,
I don't know if Napoleon's character in the actual real life was meant to be like.
He
Weird.
was so
He's meant to be a weird person.
He's like
weird
it's supposed
character.
they call it the Napoleon complex kind of thing, where it's like you're overcompensating.
Shit, is that where that come from?
It's like they're overcompensating and kind of like
I did not know that.
You didn't know that Napoleon complex came from Napoleon.
It was like everyone thought he assumed he'd be a tall, dashing man, but then he was actually.
No, he was
very
No,
tall.
he
quite
actually
short,
wasn't.
fat.
He wasn't actually.
He was average for the time.
Yeah, he was actually
No, but like,
average.
they said
But
like,
his persona
They
kind
thought
of.
that he'd be like some tall, like you hear Napoleon, you think of a grand.
Yeah, because he
Then apparently when you
was
saw him,
61.
he didn't look like the name Napoleon. That was the saying.
I think because he's known for war, and you see him, he's like, this guy's not really built for war.
Yeah. No, to be fair,
But
he,
you gotta
that's-
remember that like our version of it is the textbook understanding of it from the Anglo side, the English side.
Yeah.
So that was the perception they were trying to give.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
the whole Waterloo, the Battle of Waterloo, and that whole perception. They put that narrative forward for a reason. It was propaganda, but he wasn't actually necessarily sure or whatever. It's just the perception that was given over time.
and he
through
has to
history.
overcompensate in a way, kind of like he's like, oh, the puff out is just kind of thing.
Fair enough. So where do you find the disappointment in this film then? Because you said
Before I talk about that, there was one thing that I really liked. I couldn't stop looking at the costuming. It's so good.
it really set the time.
Yo,
I was blown away how
good.
it actually. I'm watching like this is
The outfits.
I'm looking at the
outfits
outfits and then
the
space.
texture of the buildings, like architecture was
Yeah.
so spot on. It's actually
So the budget went on that basically. You could tell.
it
But
was
also you need
beautiful
to
And
know,
very
It looked
bloody.
beautiful.
I love
like
it.
just a little insider because I have a friend that works at Somerset House. Half of it was actually shot in Somerset House. So
Really?
you need like
Somerset House. What's that?
It's basically like a outside concert, like.
No, it's
arena.
like it's a big building. You know, they have the ice skating.
But
ring
I've seen
in
I've seen concerts there.
in London. Yeah, you can go to for
Yeah.
concerts, but there's the ice skating ring that people go to. That's
With
really
the
nice.
big building in front of
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
that's Somerset House.
Okay.
Open
So
space.
parts of it were actually shot
Well
Makes
done.
at
sense.
Somerset House
Sick.
because it has that almost like Georgian-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Architecture.
So not fully CGI. That's good.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
But the
I feel like
CGI they did do.
That's the shocking thing.
I
You know?
It was.
love it.
But it was
Then maybe you shouldn't have that CGI.
No,
because-
No, it was good.
No,
It was
it's
good.
good.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm saying it was good, but like
It was
it was specifically what they
It
used
was,
it for.
it was good
amazing.
because they used it correctly.
I love
Because
it. Oh, it was
CGI,
amazing.
I love that.
I remember when I was studying film. This is me going back to university time, studying film production.
Let me get it.
Someone
Film
told
buff, film buff,
one of the
Watch
one
out,
of the
watch
teachers
out.
said special effects are special because they use so
Minimal.
yeah. So with this, it's like they pinpointed what they needed it for and really
Yeah.
attached the
Then even
energy.
you and
on it.
Nolan, they
And
use it minimally.
Even you use it
The
minimally,
purpose is
it
mad.
makes it bang. That's
The
what makes it
purpose-
special.
So we're not used to seeing it all
So
the
for
time.
this
When we
film,
see it, it's like,
Napoleon,
whoa.
there's certain moments where I don't want to spoilers, but certain moments in the film you go, okay, that was CGI, but it looked good.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
Really good.
The,
Really good.
the job of a visual effects artist is to have your work not be seen,
Yeah.
not be noticed.
Yeah.
If you can't notice it, then you've done a good job, kind of thing, innit? And where it was used was fantastic. So that's the first things I liked. I like the costume. I like the
Yeah.
set designs. I like the visual effects. What I didn't
Sorry.
what I didn't like, pacing
Pacing was bad.
was
Pacing was bad.
poor.
Pacing was bad. And for a Ridley Scott film, he normally good at pacing because his films are always long. But he always seems, for me, from films I've seen.
You
like,
said 3 hours. It's actually 2.5. But it felt like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer
3
felt
hours.
quicker.
Yeah.
Do you
No,
think
that movie was
long.
fun. That movie was fun.
Oppenheimer
Oppenheimer was
was
fun.
great, but it was
Oppenheimer
3 hours
fun.
long and it felt
was
shorter.
fun. Because it was fun. It was so fun.
But do you think it's because like Scott really indulged himself in the storytelling of it from a director's perspective?
Yeah, and I feel
rather
like you're
than
dealing
the
with.
audience?
I think you're dealing with timeline as well. So obviously he's going through his whole span. So you're dealing with this moment, then years later, this moment.
Yeah, big
different
time jumps.
different history moments, and like I kind of lose myself a little bit, and so it feels like it's being dragged on. But yeah, pacing was bad. Certain like the fighting scenes were good. I enjoyed it.
The battles, yeah.
But I think when I think about it, I think it was just the pacing. The pacing just was off.
The battles did get me interested. That was the part of the trailer that really got me. Like, yeah, because the whole ice floor thing and that was
Yes.
like, oh, I look forward to it. And when it happened, it was just, oh, okay, now what,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
And also, I feel like I got Napoleon, but I didn't get much of Napoleon. If that makes sense.
We got very good. We got a good Josephine. Josephine was sick.
He did.
She was great.
Yeah, she did good.
Joseph-
She was.
Which is mad. The
Yeah.
fact that Vanessa Kirby stood out in a movie with Joaquin Phoenix directed by.
But she's known for doing those type of period
Yeah,
pieces.
she's really.
That's a bag.
She's really known for
Yeah,
her
that's a
period
bag.
pieces.
If you go for a list of shows
yeah.
she's in,
She's in Pride and Prejudice and a lot of that kind of
You're not
stuff.
gonna like where I know her from. If I tell you where I know her from, you're not gonna
Mission
like.
Impossible. Where?
Before that,
Yeah, what was that?
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the brother innit? Look at your reference.
Either way, one thing I did, the whole like idea of Joaquin Phoenix just felt like Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like someone else. It was like almost like a slight typecast in a way.
Yeah,
He didn't feel like like I saw Joker kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see that they chose him because they know he can do it, but then he was so much.
He looked great.
That
Visually, he looked fantastic.
Napoleon.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know who Napoleon meant to be, I just saw Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I saw him like the thing is, and this probably has something to do with the fact that I don't know much about the story. But throughout the whole movie thinking, this guy's a little bitch.
Yeah,
the whole movie, this guy's a bitch. I didn't realize that was actually his, not necessarily his being, but like that was kind of how he was acting in life, kind of thing. The whole thing of like he was never good with ladies, and So that shifted my thing. But maybe it's just I don't know. What's up?
No, I'm
So-
good. You can continue.
But one thing I realized about this movie, and it's not necessarily the movie, most about me, I cannot sit in a cinema for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, you've got ants in your
Is it the
pants.
movie's
Yo.
fault?
You got answers.
No, it's not.
I haven't heard that
No,
since
thing is-
primary
it's-
school.
The thing is, bad because I came out of this movie thinking this, like my back was hurting, my knees were hurting.
Yeah, you're doing.
But I came out of the movie thinking, is it just me that find this movie long? But now I'm hearing other people saying that the pacing was a bit poor and like, oh, then maybe it's not.
So I think when it came down to it, because the pacing was poor and it didn't necessarily have that build up that you needed, that's probably why you were so restless.
Maybe. Because I used to watch. I used to go to cinemas like at least once a week, and now I'm going once a month, and I'm dreading. I'm also dreading it. And the thing is, I'm really excited to watch this one.
All I can say is Aquaman won't give you that feeling.
Okay. I was pissed when I watched the movie as well. I sat next to two couples, bro. I was fuming. There's like a couple here and a couple there. And I'm sat in the middle.
About cinema etiquette, bro. People out there do not have cinema etiquette. I was watching this film and there was like a group of people just underneath my row, and they were going on their phone. And every time my eye was looking at the screen, but then I'm seeing brightness in the corner of my eye. They're constantly going on their phone.
Do you not understand? There's a reason
This
why.
wasn't Tuesday, was it? I mean Wednesday.
This was Friday. I watched film on Friday.
There's a reason why popcorn doesn't taste good. It's not meant to be eaten. It's meant to be thrown at people that got their phones on. That's what it's meant to be.
It was
It's
bugging me
a
out
weapon.
still. At some point I was like, I just wanted to just like.
Yeah. But I do have one other. You're so mad. You're not gonna hate me for this year. You know, because I have this knee thing where I can't. If I have my knee bent for so long, I have to like stretch out to click it.
Yeah.
There's times when I ain't going to the leg room, so I can't really do it. So I'm lifting my leg next to someone's head, clicking it, and bringing it back down.
Yeah. You need to work on your body. Man. What's going on, man?
Also, there's kind
Yeah, you're young.
Yeah,
I know.
You're actually the youngest one here.
I'm whatever. There's also another like, how do you tell someone that you have a fuck off melon on your shoulders? Because the guy in front of me had a wham head. And he covered the whole. You know the subtitles that came up.
Loki, they should know. Though. They should know. If you're tall, you should know that you should sit at the back or.
I was on the second row from the back, and he was in the third row. Yeah. And I guess I have a Napoleon complex because that's good. Like that, just like see the subtitles.
Oh man.
Which kind of.
They should get the nod like, do you mind just sitting there? Because I can't really see the screen type of thing.
Was that?
Should get a little nodding.
How do you tell me at times go like this? Can you fuck up your spine for 2.5 hours?
More seats, just go to the side.
Those are the sides of plaques.
Oh no man, you have to hold it.
I went at 8 p.m. on a Friday.
You have to hold it. But yeah, Napoleon, it was cool. It was a cool watch.
It was definitely a movie.
It was interesting. I like it's interesting that Apple's entering the film cinema Hollywood world because this film was backed by Apple Films.
Oh yeah, wasn't it? That was the first time I saw Apple. Like,
and they did Killers of the Flower Moon as well.
Did they?
Apple.
I would have loved to watch that.
Apple's going to be the new big production house.
Well, you say that, but the next one is an Amazon Prime film.
That is what's one?
Amazon MGM.
Yeah.
Amazon MGM.
Well. Yeah. These streaming platforms are going in with putting the stuff in cinemas now. But yeah, I think that's a review of Napoleon. Watch if you can, if you want to.
Not if you can, if you want to.
I don't really recommend anyone to watch it, to be honest.
Wait for it to come out.
If you're interested in watching it, watch it. But I won't tell anyone, go watch that film because it was just cool to me.
To be fair, this whole streaming thing, like where they have now recent movies in cinemas, it's actually very very lit. Like now they go straight to streaming kind of thing. It's like you'd have to figure out where you're gonna put it after it's been out. Like
Our reviews are going to be so relatable now.
Yeah.
Our rating system.
Yeah.
So what is your rating system
My rating
of
system for this?
Napoleon? Would you watch it in cinema?
Watch it on
With
Apple.
the benefit
watch it on
of-
Apple.
Apple
Plus.
TV.
Apple TV.
On my phone. On my Apple.
Watch
On
it
my
on
Apple
TV. Wait for it to go on streaming platforms. Watching Apple
With
TV
the benefit
now.
of hindsight, I would not have watched this movie.
I think I would still watch it.
No, I would not have watched it. Or
The
maybe
visual aspect of it was really good.
What's
I
that?
would still watched it.
Maybe I would have watched it at home.
Why don't you say something about the movie? That
But
you
you know,
think
but then
someone
you
needs
wouldn't watch it on
Hey,
your
think
phone.
someone
You'd watch
would
it on
watch
a
it for-
projector.
No, I'll watch it on
Like
the
this,
TV, but
you
I think
like
it's
this,
maybe
watch this movie.
it's lit.
If you like action, watch this film. If you're interested in any history to do with actually, but history's not accurate.
If you already know about the
Sucks.
story, then watch it.
I wouldn't say
Because that's what enhanced my Oppenheimer experience of fully
fair enough.
understanding his
Yeah,
story
but that's
before I went into it.
Oppenheimer, I guess, to an extent. Okay.
No, I hate-
If you know the history but are aware that it is for entertainment purposes.
No, I hated Oppenheimer the first time I saw it. Before understanding his story. I fucking hated it. I was fuming about it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until after I understood it, that's when I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So if you're like that, then this probably... that's why I fucked up. I didn't look into his story, Napoleon's story before watching it.
Yeah.
I would, if I've done that, then I'd watch it at home on my TV. That would have been a better experience for me.
Fair.
But we're not subscribed to Apple TV Plus.
Shout out to TV Plus.
No.
You got a home here with me, man. Gang.
Give me
But
iPhones.
we're gonna move on from reviews.
Give me
right?
iPhones and iPads. Please.
Let's get it to you first.
What is that? No one's ever been sponsored by Apple, have they? I've never seen someone being sponsored by Apple.
Sponsored by Apple.
Apple don't really do that, don't they?
Apple. I've seen.
They probably do it very
I've seen-
discreetly. They did it for Dua Lipa's podcast, even though it was mainly PR. But anyway, let's move on because
Yeah,
that's
We're
digressing.
gonna do another review on Saltburn, which is directed by
Emerald Fennell.
Gang out here. So this film is out in cinemas right now. It came out last weekend actually. It's been out for a week
Yeah,
now.
and then of course, just as a little insider for some people, but it will also be available on Amazon Prime during December
Is it? That's quick. Can't
Yeah.
say less.
because
Let's
it's
get
an
it.
Amazon
That's where I'll
Prime
catch
studio
it. That's where I'll
film.
catch it. That's where I'll catch it.
That's why you catch it.
That's where
I think no. I think
I think
also
watch it in cinema, bro.
watch it in cinema because having the audience reaction with
Was
you
good.
is like
Was
one
good.
of the top tier experiences. I don't think we've had about that same like energy and repertoire with an audience watching a film since probably like a Marvel film.
Endgame.
Yeah.
Endgame was lit.
Because the whole audience was literally in it with us. Like
Serious.
comedy on it
Everyone
was
was
so
laughing.
good.
Everyone was like
Reactions
shocked.
were the same. Oh my gosh, it was actually it reminded me of Marvel times. Where
But was
you
it because you watched it where you watched it? Because you don't watch it in a very like specific kind of like. It was like an
kind
event.
of because it was like a
No, but
kind
then
of like a
it's-
streaming for it.
Yes. So we watched it as a part of Deeper Movies Night Experience at Rio Cinema in
Yeah.
Dalston.
Yeah.
Yes, but also I've been seeing in other reviews on Letterboxd that a lot of people have been really enjoying the experience, and it's one of those films that you've got to go to the cinema and witness it with other audiences because it's something that everyone's just having the same experience. Everyone.
So if I was to go to a view at 7 p.m. on a Saturday to a packed cinema, I would get
100%.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
100%.
Top tier.
100%.
top tier.
If there's people there with you, you're gonna have that experience.
I was gonna watch Hunger Games.
There's
but I'm gonna
no
scrap
like
that.
I would say
I'm
like
scrapping that.
there is no way
That's the best
you're
stuff,
not going to
man.
hear people's reactions for this film. Emily has written this in an amazing way where the pacing is really good.
Oh my gosh, we've gone from one film that had horrible pacing. Pacing in this, you're engaged all the way through.
The entire time because it's constant suspense, and when she's trying to make you forget you're creating suspense, she makes you laugh.
Yeah, she makes you laugh.
She makes you laugh. She makes you cry. She makes you feel all the emotions you can possibly have in the space of how long is it? An hour?
I think
and a
it's
half?
under an hour.
Hour and a half.
Under 2 hours.
What?
Yeah,
I
You
said it
got
Is
was
it
some
more
good
more.
emotional
ones.
than Asteroid City?
I think it was, but I mean,
So that movie almost got me, the war works.
So with the benefit of hindsight, would you recommend it for me?
oh, like
No,
you don't like thrillers, and the thing.
No, I like
is-
thrillers.
I actually think you
I like
this,
horrors.
you know? I think if you opened your eyes to just like it's gonna be like quirky
Yeah.
and like weird at times.
What's the quirky movie that I've seen? I'm trying to
Then I think you enjoy it.
Mm.
I think you like it as well. I think a lot of people like this
And
film.
I think a lot of people put that perception of it's gonna be like what's that Timothy Chalamet Army Hammer film? Call Me by Your Name. That's
Yeah.
the perception a lot of people think.
Yeah,
it
it
is.
does.
And don't have that idea, just go into the film, just watch it. I watched so many small scenes of the film and I still didn't know what the hell I was watching. The next day, I was still messaging my friends like, what the heck have I watched? And that's good cinema. If cinema makes you think, oh my God, 24 hours, I'm still thinking about it right now. And you're just like, I can't really explain it. You just have to watch it. That's good cinema.
Yeah.
And that's the female gaze.
Oh shit, look at this spin over.
I was thinking of Tenet.
He's speaking of Tenet.
Tenet is good cinema. 15 like weeks after that, I was trying to figure out what the flip happened.
I feel like
Like,
that's why I saw about
afterwards,
Saltburn.
That's why I call it a good movie.
No, because to this day, I can't wait for it to go out on Amazon Prime so I can watch it again. And really be like,
and
because
spot.
there was nuggets where you were noticing and you were like, that happened, and then of course they tell the story at the end and you're like, yeah, I clocked that on, but I still couldn't piece everything together.
Yeah.
The soundtrack, the
visuals,
music. She did not miss, and it like parts of it was shot in Oxford, which is where Harry Potter is.
Yeah.
So then you were having that weird nostalgic feeling
of
Harry Potter, and then it's also technically a period piece because it's in 2006.
Yeah, and the music really relates to that
time.
Yeah. Barry's performance in this was
incredible. Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
I really like that guy, you know. After Eternals, like he was my favorite part of the movie.
Sick actor.
He's an amazing
And
actor.
Jacob, I think a lot of people like. I don't know if you said this on the pod or was off camera, but a lot of people look at Jacob because obviously he's in a TV show called Euphoria, which he's mostly.
And he was also in Kissing Booth.
That's on Netflix. And a lot of people look at him because
he was a weird brother, the angry brother, right? There's the calm brother and the angry brother, right?
In Kissing Booth.
I haven't seen Kissing Booth. Isn't the girl that likes two brothers?
No, she didn't like two brothers. She only liked one.
Oh, I thought I'm getting the wrong movie then.
I think you're thinking of.
I thought that was the Kiss.
No, you're thinking of the Summer I Turned Pretty. But anyway, digressing.
But yeah, so a lot of people look at him as the sex appeal because obviously he's tall, he's good looking. But I feel like he's trying to branch out from Euphoria and trying to show that, even Kissing Booth as well, to show that I can actually act. And in this film, he shows that I can actually act. His accent in this is amazing. He's from Australia and he's doing like a British accent and it's very
aristocratic, you know, like that's so much.
Yeah.
I dislike that.
Like what?
I'm not a fan of that.
Like,
but his performance in it was remarkable. I'm really excited to see his next film, which is Priscilla. Is it Priscilla?
Priscilla, yes. It's also
He's playing Elvis Presley. So I'm looking forward to his career.
What's this movie about?
Priscilla.
Elvis Presley's wife.
Ex-wife.
So is a biopic based on her life?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's playing Elvis Presley.
Okay.
It seems like
the female gaze.
It's getting a lot of
Sophia Copeland.
good
Bit
reviews.
of a shift of perspective then.
Yeah. It's getting a lot of good reviews on that one still.
The Elvis cinematic universe.
No, it's not connected.
You sure? Recast. You sure? It's
not connected. It's not connected.
And then also like you got a range of actors and actresses that we haven't really seen their performances before.
Yeah.
And they were amazing. Like everyone's individual performance of the film. With Archie, for example, the sister.
Archie was good. You know what I saw? It's the film that you was gonna watch. I think it was that F1 film. What is it called? I'm trying to bring it up.
Oh,
Gran Turismo. Yeah, he was in that.
Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
I was gonna watch that.
So one of the main actors in that, he's in this in Saltburn.
And
he was really good.
They are like stark different.
Yeah.
Stark different. He's an amazing actor, and I think he's in Midsummer as well. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, he was the boyfriend of the Travelers. But yeah, he was really good. I think everyone's performance, they all had their own moment. Not an own moment. Throughout the film, they all shined.
Yeah.
Throughout.
Even the flipping butler.
The butler. You know what's funny? That butler was in Napoleon as well. I was watching Napoleon. Like, I swear I know this guy.
I know my man.
Like, I can't remember. He's one of the guy that works quite close to Napoleon.
His brother.
No, he's not his brother.
He's
one of the other higher ups that he's throughout the film. I have to bring up.
I don't know many people. All I know is Kirby and Phoenix.
But he was in it. I was just watching the whole film. I was like, wait, I swear I know this brother.
Yeah. So like, I think.
I like the time. Sorry, go on. Yeah.
For like a Wednesday night, that was a solid Wednesday night. Like honestly, I'm really glad I got to see it in cinema, and I
probably would 100% recommend it to people. Of course, like if you're a bit squeamish.
Oh yeah. You know what? The less than 2 hours nowadays, less than 2 hours is very appealing to me.
So you might watch it.
Yeah, so I'm actually my knees. We could probably take that one.
Touch on the reverse.
What's that?
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Let's do the debate.
Wait. What did I do? I don't understand. What's
Really
happening?
do the debate. So obviously we in a group chat we try to make sure we all do reviews, and for us to do reviews we will have to watch the film. We will have to watch the same film. This week it was difficult because
Difficult. You chose that word, yeah?
it was difficult. So it was debating whether to do Saltburn or Napoleon. Now we already said beforehand, before we even mentioned this, that we were gonna watch Saltburn. So me and Maz already had plans to go watch Saltburn. Aladdin said he may try and watch it, but he also wants to watch Napoleon. I said I was gonna watch it. Maz unfortunately didn't have availability of the time to go watch it, so we tried to watch Saltburn for Aladdin because we assumed Aladdin will have the time to go watch it. Aladdin saw the trailer and he said, "It's a no for me, dog." Actually, I think I even have the quotes of what he said.
Whoa, you're backing out receipts.
Bring out the receipts.
Backing out the recipes.
Bring out the receipts.
What did I actually say? I'm curious.
So Aladdin watched it. Aladdin wouldn't. Maz didn't have the time to watch Napoleon, so invited Aladdin to come watch it with us, watch Saltburn with us. Maz did tell Aladdin that it will be camp and quirky. He watched the trailer and said he didn't like it. He said, "I don't feel like it's something I'll avoid, but it's also something I'll actively make time to." It's also
That was a
not
respectful
something I'll actively make time to watch.
That's a respectful response, all things considered. I don't think I would actively avoid it, but I would also not actively make time to watch it. That's a respectful response.
But we watch films and review films.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we do every single week.
Yeah. And then went on to say that I think Aladdin gave his opinion on it, and Maz said, "I get that, but that's no." Aladdin said he wants to watch Napoleon. On the other hand, but Maz said, "I get that, but that's also very boring." And he said Maz said how limited your film taste is.
Who said that?
That's on porn, bro.
That's
You don't
still-
smoke.
that was.
I don't know what I did to you like 6 months ago, but I'm still holding
Then
cool
Maz
for
went on
it.
to say film is subjective. No, you said film.
You know, he was quoting.
I was
me.
quoting her,
Oh.
which I also agree with. Don't get me wrong, I agree with it. I've been saying this.
So I said, okay, so for this episode, maybe we should have a debate on what's on a verse. It's very hard to suggest what
Word
this conversation. I said maybe it could be quirky films versus blockbuster films, but I don't think it's a verse type of
So
thing.
where do I even fit into because I realized that
It's
I
avant-garde.
had different movies to
Avant-garde
these two as
versus
well.
That's what I said in the group chat. I feel like I'm a mixture of these two because I enjoy the blockbuster films, but also enjoy the quirky films. I can watch the ones I can watch the Fast X stuff. I can watch Napoleon, which is
Stop
kinda
saying
more
Fast
of a-
X and putting that on
But
me.
I'll say
It
like
was a mistake.
the comic book stuff, all these type of films, but also watch the quirky ones as well. So I feel like I'm in the mix of.
But
the
you
middle.
guys say like this, like I don't watch I don't watch the same stuff as Aladdin. So what I say is that what I meant by you have a very limited taste in film is if something isn't a part of your comfort zone, you won't even bother to dip your toes in it. You just be like, no, I'm not watching it.
But isn't that
It's
isn't that the purpose of the trailer though? The trailer is for my toe.
Yeah, but we review films.
No, because dipping your toe into a movie like Saltburn is not just is watching trailers. Because when you watch it, you're fully committed to it.
But
It's just you're watching the whole movie.
like I just said in the review, Saltburn trailer gave you fuck all, mate.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't explain.
It gives
It
you
doesn't explain the
fuck
story.
all.
It doesn't
I
explain-
didn't know
saying
that.
Are you saying that you refuse to give Saltburn a chance simply based on the trailer because you know you're not gonna like it?
So if I'm going off the trailer, I'm not giving it a chance. I'm not.
But trailers never really do anything.
That's what I'm saying. So here's the thing. It's now become a thing of when it comes to movies that I'm not familiar with, I heavily trust you lot to tell me if I should watch it.
But then how do you
Because of
review
you,
it?
huh?
How are you gonna review it?
I'll review it after I've seen it. But I'm saying that these movies, this category of movies that you're talking about, where I'm uncomfortable
You know,
to
like
watch.
a lot of the time, especially like you say, oh, Maz likes all these art house type stuff, but like it's not like I purposely went out of my way to be that person. I've never been that person. It's just I decided like one day, let me try this, let me have a look at this, and I think when I was in uni, I did have a lecturer who'd be like, it's important to have different types of films that are not necessarily in your perspective because it's almost like reading a book.
That's true.
Reading loads of different books gives you almost like 1,000 different lives.
Yeah.
You get to see the world in a different perception. So it's important to just kind of open up your horizons in film taste because
Let me show you something.
it just changes how you see things.
This is my current watch list, and this is just the things I want to watch this month. I have a lot to catch up on. I haven't even finished the first batch of.
You know,
I'm cooking.
you don't have to. There's never a right time to dip your foot into the avant-garde taste.
But I'm saying that if it was up to me, if it was up to me, which it is, I guess, I would rather give my time towards movies I haven't seen that I should have seen a long
There's
time
still
ago.
films I'm giving Junior like a dip in, like I told you about the Cabinet of Dr. Caligara.
Yeah,
Like, he doesn't-
Into the Void and all that stuff.
There's still like stuff that I'm giving him, and there's stuff that people are telling me to watch, like Men of Children, and I haven't watched it. There's never a right time. You just got to throw yourself in. Otherwise, when, like, for example, Saltburn, it's amazing right now because it's what everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
You can actually have a proper conversation with people with it.
What if you like quirky movies where you know like Saltburn and you're kind of quirky? But then again, you're right. You need to watch it to know if you don't like it or not.
I think anyone that's into film or enjoy movies should open themselves up to every genre at least once or twice.
If you dip your toes
Just
and you're
to
like,
see.
But how come? What if you know you can tell what our movie is gonna be before you watch
You don't.
it? Some people are like that.
Also, like, the dipping your
I'm like
toe
that
is
sometimes.
a risk.
I know it's like
I
sometimes
can
you watch
tell
a trailer for a
exactly.
film and you know
how
how it's
many
gonna
films?
end.
Tell
But
exactly
Aladdin,
how
you
a
dipped your
movie will
toes
go.
into Fast, and you didn't like it.
Yeah. So I'm saying when you dip your toe into a genre of movie or what you're doing, you're watching one specific movie, and that's a make or break. If this movie isn't good
Yeah, but
at the
there's
least,
always
then everything
always
after that
no,
is.
it doesn't necessarily mean that because there's always another time where, for example, I used to hate horror films, but now I'm starting to dabble into it a lot more. I used to hate psycho
Are
thrillers.
you doing it to
and
review?
I'm
them?
dabbling.
Or
No,
you're
no,
doing it because you. want
because
to?
I'm just curious. It's not necessarily because I have to. I genuinely enjoy watching films. I genuinely do. So I think it's really interesting that, you know, maybe I'll get a different perspective of things.
No, I agree with you. Like, I feel like I'm the same as well. Like, I don't really have. I would say therefore I like anime things therefore now more than other aspects of cinema because I feel like it's the purest form. But I do like to watch. I get your point. I feel like it's important. So that, like with me, I don't watch movies by the year. I watch movies by actors. It's weird. I go by. I haven't watched a Reese Ifans movie in a while, so I watch a Reese Ifans movie, or I haven't watched a this guy movie in a while. Like I haven't watched a Tom Cruise movie in a while that was like a Vanilla Sky type, or like a this type, or What Women Want, Mel Gibson.
Or like, for example, like a director.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like when
I get
and
that.
I'll watch or I'll watch this, or like if like maybe I want to watch something that has like, or like, and the movies that surprised me, like the one that Asteroid City, it stayed with me because I didn't think it was gonna be deep like that.
Yeah.
Then it ended up being a mad deep movie. So I'm thinking, oh shit, like I see what you mean. I wouldn't have gone to watch Asteroid City and said I like movies like Asteroid City, but I came out of it saying, if I see another movie like Asteroid
Oh,
City,
go and watch it,
And
yeah.
that's what I want for film watchers to be like, where they're like, let me just give it a watch and see if I engage with it. And you might watch it and go, this is trash. But I don't want people to just go, okay, this is trash. I'm not going to look at any quirky film. Because there's some trash quirky films and there's some good quirky films.
Do you think Oppenheimer did that to a lot of people? It changed people's views on certain kinds of movies. I feel like Oppenheimer definitely. The people went into Oppenheimer thinking a certain way, and they came out realizing that they actually enjoyed it.
I don't know. I don't think that film in particular. I think there's another film that I can't go through my decks right now and mention, but there's a film that I feel like a lot of people thought it was gonna be this and realized it's not. Enjoyed it and then it's branched out. Like I've said when we did the Halloween special that I was terrified of horror films. It actually surprised me till this day that I actually watch horror films because I was like as a kid was terrified and didn't want to even touch it. But now I watch it like on a daily now. I watch TV shows that's horror related. Like I actually look out and try to find horror stuff.
Was it like one movie that has shifted it for you? And if it was, what was it?
I think I said it on the Halloween special. I think it was the Paranormal Activities gave me a low dose of horror. The Conjuring series with James Wan, shout out James Wan, best director out here. He's touching horror, got me into it. I think it was me loving thrillers and finding a horror film that was doing a mix of horror and thriller that made me
I think that was the same.
I think a lot of people just need to find a genre of film that has something they like and then something that's quite different.
Or it might
Get
even
your
just be
steps in.
the visuals that they prefer, the writing that they
Do
prefer.
you know what makes you want to add movies to my watch list? And I've been doing this a lot. I'm on Instagram and I see just one scene. There's just one, like recently it was straight out of Compton. The scene on the school bus, where the guys, I don't know if you've seen it, I haven't seen the movie, but I saw one scene where these guys go into a school bus and start threatening these kids for putting up gang signs at them as the bus is moving past. That one scene is enough for me to want to watch the movie. That's what it takes. And I guess one of the things that would be one of the problems I have when it comes to movies is when you commit to watching a movie, you're committing at least 2 hours. Now, to me, 2 hours is a long time. So if I would come out of a movie after 2 hours thinking this is a waste of time, I'm not happy about that. And that
But no, but as much as you can say it's a waste of your time, you've had a different perspective of life out of that 2 hours.
Yeah,
you know what you like, you know what you don't like. It's like, I hate to be cliche, you're going on a date, you don't know what this person is like.
Yeah.
You give them a chance, whether you like it or not. You know now. You've grown from that experience.
So what?
It's on the CV
now. But what are my takeaways from watching this movie? Is it that this genre of movie is not for me, or just this movie individually is just shit? What are my takeaways
from that? But from your perspective on the review, you learn about what you like about pacing, what you don't like about pacing, what you like about narrative, what you like about character development, what you like about sound. You learn about your own individual taste as well as realizing that wasn't for me.
I'll come in and say I don't really understand pacing, because I feel like pacing is I feel like pacing should be relative to the movie. Someone needs to explain what pacing is. Is it the way the movie flows?
Yeah.
From one scene to another scene.
How long?
Because it's like if every film has a scene, so this scene from that scene to this scene to that scene.
Just how long it feels, innit?
Like,
versus how long it actually is. Time is relative, innit? So how long does it feel versus how long it actually?
So like like a movie like the Nolan one where it's not in chronological order, where this Memento. So what would you say the pacing for that?
That's great.
Great pacing.
Yeah,
it's great pacing. Because like each scene, even though some scenes will pop out of nowhere, it still helped with the story. It was done.
It was done in a way where you weren't feeling like, I need to leave. Oh my god.
Why is the scene?
So pacing is basically if you feel like the movie is taking long.
Yeah.
If you feel like
it's more of a time. It's more of a time
goes nicely. That's what you say.
Where it's smooth and the storyline just glides through. You're not thinking, oh, what am I going to cook for dinner? What's the time? Oh my god, the traffic's going to be long. You're not thinking about that.
The moment you're out of the story, then the pacing's off.
Yeah,
because it shouldn't.
It's also like the curiosity. You know, if the story can be great with poor pacing, it ruins the story. If a story is good or great and is delivered in a particular way, what makes the pacing better is that I really want to know what happens next. Memento is a great example. It's like I have no idea what's happening, and my curiosity is in. That's what made the pacing feel a bit better, because it made it feel quicker because I enjoyed it more. You feel me? And the curiosity kind of took over. That's how I would define it. So Napoleon, step up your game, boy. I want to say tell a better story, but like you can't really do much about that one, can you?
Yeah, man. But I'm looking forward to Gladiator 2.
Ooh, with
Denzel.
Hey,
Denzel, Paul Mescal. Hey, that film's gonna be. He has to tie in it because Gladiator, the first one's a classic. So
why did they call it that? That's so cheap.
Call what?
They shouldn't have called it that.
You got to say no.
They should have called it something
else.
else.
IP, bro. IP is my film.
I link it to the IP. Denzel is big enough to have his own thing. Like,
2 seconds.
It's so.
I'll call you in.
So angry at that.
Do you not like when people do sequels?
I got so pissed off at that, man. Denzel is a big star. Give him his own name, man.
So his name is Denzel. Was it Denzel, not Denzel?
I don't care about
I'm throwing a little fun fact and shit.
But I don't think that's gonna be the name. It's gonna be like Gladiator.
No, but it's done. They've tied it to Gladiator.
Yeah.
So now people are gonna compare it to Gladiator. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It can't beat Gladiator.
Do you know what I'm curious about? I'm looking forward to figuring out like who does the music.
Yeah, I really.
But don't you feel the same way?
He's on the score for the film again.
100% is gonna be there.
He's still working. Why is he still working?
This film good.
But Hans Zimmer ain't the top guy anymore.
He's the top guy.
It's Ludwig Göransson now.
I think there's beef for it, you know. I've been screwed up for a minute.
What's these films?
What, Tenet, Oppenheimer,
But at least he makes some beats,
Black Panther.
Hamza not make his own beats.
He doesn't make his own
It
beats.
was also.
Hans Zimmer's a company
He's
now.
got a ghostwriter.
Hans Zimmer's a
So
company.
He's Drake.
No,
Hans Zimmer's a company now.
is it?
They make the Hans Zimmer sound for movies.
Yeah, but when did it start? What movie did it start from?
Apparently a long time ago. He's been big for a while. So it made
No,
sense.
you know what? I would want one film, a collaboration between the two.
Do you know how hard that would be?
You see-
Ludwig and
You
Hans.
see that meme, yeah, where the guy's playing the piano and there's fire on the beach?
Yeah.
It'd be that, but there's just like a whole orchestra on the beach
No,
and
do you
everyone's
know
on
what?
flames.
Like, do you remember when Phil Collins dropped that Tarzan soundtrack?
He didn't need to go that hard. He didn't need to go that
You're
hard.
so mad.
He actually did not. Don't
It
tell
slaps.
me.
No, it slaps.
She's really
No,
shy.
I love it a lot. But there have been debates. There's a guy called Sideways on YouTube. He's great. He talks about the music and a lot of great movies. He talks about how in that particular movie, it's the only Disney movie where the main character is not singing the song. It's just a next artist singing a song.
And
It slaps.
Hard.
For the story, it does not work. But the end of itself is a bad boy track. But for the story, it doesn't work because with Disney movies, it's always the character that's singing the song.
Yeah, but I think
Tarzan can't sing no song.
no, but Tarzan was never. He never like had that musicalness.
Yeah.
He's not a Disney princess.
Yeah.
So that's why he normally has that.
No, but
foundation.
Notre singing.
He had the
He's
hair
not a
of
princess.
one,
He's far from it.
His hair was on point.
though. He
For
had the hair
singing.
of one.
Oh.
Tarzan's hair was on point.
His hair.
Yo,
was
he's not a
dark.
slap.
was moving.
I don't know how his hair.
Kinda looks like yours,
the
you know,
jump,
though.
so.
Swinging and like
Oh no, man! That
he was swinging the locks
banana
about
shampoo
you
doing
know?
madness on him, bro.
Fam, he was
I saw-
doing his
I saw-
hair care routine. I'll tell you that.
Alright, man, cool. Man. We're gonna move on to our last segment here. It's called Intake. Mac, you haven't been here for a minute. Intake's when we give our recommendation and tell people what we're watching. Well, we'll tell people what we're watching and we give them recommendations of stuff to watch. I guess I'll start off with the intake. My intake, I've been watching a bunch of stuff actually. So of course, I watched a bunch of films. Napoleon, Saltburn. I've been watching Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. It's an animation show on Netflix. I think that's gonna be my intake. I recommend people to watch it. That is really, really, really good. If you've seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World, which is directed by Edgar White, he's done stuff like Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, like classic British comedy.
Basically, Sean Penn.
Yeah,
Sean Penn.
Yeah. Anything with Sean Penn, yeah, 100%. So with this, it's an animation show of the actual film, and it nails it on its head. Fight
No, but
sequences.
it's more accurate to the comics.
Yeah, like sometimes I'm watching I feel like I'm watching a video game at times. Like they really get creative with it. Fight sequences is good. The actors that were in the film are doing the voice acting in this. Good. Recommend everyone to go check it out, especially if you like animation. What Scott Pilgrim Takes Off on Netflix. That's my intake. Who else wants to throw in it?
I'll back out the list.
You got this. Oh,
so-
shit. Let's go watching Planet of the Apes. Like,
Bro, these movies are very, very, very thought-provoking.
Really?
I didn't know that. They're proper thought-provoking.
First, you just thought it was apes.
Yeah, we all did. Okay, we all did.
Also, can we revert back to 2 episodes about the spoiler, please? Because was
Yeah,
it a
I
spoiler
was
for you?
telling-
No, he knew.
I already knew this still.
He knew, but I'm false fuming. Anyway,
Bleeped it for nothing.
but he didn't believe it. I don't think he did.
No, he did.
I did believe it.
Believe it. Yeah. So I've been watching Planet of the Apes. I'm close to finishing Battle of the Planet of the Apes, which is the 5th one, which is basically the last one of that first batch.
Yeah.
One of the things I've been experiencing with watching these movies is, or 2 things actually. I just can't stop looking at the makeup and the costume and the face things. It's fucking, it's crazy.
Isn't it like CGI though?
No,
No, it's all
Even
practical.
the original.
I'm not watching these ones. I'm watching
Watching
the
original
first
ones,
ones. Yeah,
Oh,
in the
come on,
70s, bro.
I rate that still.
So I'm looking at his face and thinking, this is fascinating. Another thing I found really, really interesting is the way they act. It's their line delivery and it's proper like
Theatre type.
70s kind of being.
You
and-
should put Barbarella on your list.
Oh, he's left this
Right
huge
after.
I was gonna say the original.
Can we post your
You're
list
the
on
first-
socials?
the
Do you
first-
want Jane Fonda, innit?
Not the original Jane.
Can we talk about?
Oh,
You're the
yeah,
one
that
with
one's
the-
weird. It's on
Yeah,
Netflix.
Because I feel like he's saying he likes the practical. You're the campy
Oh yeah,
effects.
but
You know what I'm saying? It's my intake, but you're yappa yappa.
Yeah, it's just step on.
What did you say, sorry?
I was gonna say, can we post your list on the socials? Can we talk about it all the time?
My
Film list.
my film list. Oh yeah. Definitely.
put it on your letter. Put it on the letterbox.
No, let's not do that.
Yeah, let's
do
put
that.
it on the letterbox.
I actually run you through the list. There's quite a few movies about. I'll run you through. So I'm gonna finish with the Planet of the Apes movies. Argyle. I'm really looking forward to Argyle. I think that's gonna be fucking sick. I really want to watch Ferrari. Adam Driver. I saw Adam Driver. Yeah.
Michael Mann.
And then
Done the heat.
Shia Compton, Another, Dumb Money, Killer Flower Moon, Blade Runner 49, June, Arrival, Peaky Blinders, Spiderhead, and Fatherhood. That's my list right now.
Yeah.
I'll finish Better Call Saul. Top tier.
You finished it.
Top tier show.
I think it's one of the best.
tier
I think it's
show.
the best spin-off show ever.
Best
Yeah,
spin-off
yeah.
ever.
I think one of the best
show.
spin-offs
Okay,
I've ever
I
seen.
have to watch it to confirm that because
Better Call Saul.
To confirm it's a fact, I have to watch it.
Have you seen Angel?
Angel, what's that spin-off from?
Spin-off from
Oh,
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I heard that was good.
Because in my opinion,
But
better
do
Buffy
you
the
like
Vampire
Breaking
Slayer.
Bad?
Yes.
Who doesn't, man? How can you
No,
not?
actually, I like. I don't like it like the way you like it.
You don't like what? You don't like
Like I think Walking Dead is better than Breaking Bad.
Someone told me to watch that, you know. That's
Walking Dead
just
is good,
my
but-
commitment.
But
So that's why.
as an overall
I find
package,
it boring. Breaking
but
Bad.
overall package, Breaking Bad's better than Walking Dead because Walking Dead.
No, it's not.
Walking Dead did that weird
No,
reboot
you
thing.
prefer Breaking Bad more, but it's not bad. I don't think so.
The first 3 seasons of Walking Dead, yes, is better than Breaking Bad. But I'm saying Walking Dead took a dive. So if you do
And
it,
Breaking Bad
if
went
you do
up.
a whole
Also,
package, against package, Breaking Dad's better.
Versus
Yeah,
I'm currently watching Lost. I'm currently on
Lost is-
season 5.
but-
Lost takes a dive.
last season.
Spoiler.
No, season 5 is kind of shocking. Like,
But anyway, intakes. You've done your intakes. What are you recommending people to
Yeah.
watch?
Recommendations. I say go back and watch these Planet Ape movies.
I
I
might follow you. Still.
I haven't seen these
I want
ones
to be
yet.
going back as well because I'm
Hey,
watching.
hello.
Oh, sorry.
Fine take.
That's
That's how you get This, I haven't seen these movies yet, and I'm really looking forward to watching them. So I'm gonna finish Battle. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna watch the Mark Wahlberg one just because I have to. It's part of the list. It has to be done.
No, you can do it.
I watch
you
it
can do
reluctantly.
it, but I told you.
I know. Thank you for the
Don't-
preparation.
Don't be angry and come to me and say, "Oh, I'm disappointed."
I don't know.
told you.
Thank you for the benefit of hindsight. I'm gonna look into it with that mindset. But it's part of the watch list has to be
But
done.
have you seen any of these ones?
No.
None of them.
No.
So what made you start the prequels?
I saw the trailer come for the new one come up on my feed, and I didn't want to watch the trailer. So I'm watching this movie just so I can watch the trailer. And the movie comes out like mid next year, so
You
big
got
gap.
time. You got better time.
Yeah, we've got time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to these ones. So if you've seen these movies, go back because there's a really
I'm
like
actually gonna do that.
it's a fun cycle. Like I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like a weird cycle in the way that is.
There was an article. I might send you a
I'm
link,
not a
but
Star Trek.
there was a weird article that said how you should watch these films. There's different ways you can watch it. You watch it in like all the
I always
release,
watch it release order,
or
yeah.
watch it in the actual timeline. And there was
Yeah.
another one.
Timeline is
It
a
was
bit
like
difficult though.
season based.
Timeline is
'Cause
gonna
that
be
Trinity,
difficult because
Trinity.
we don't have the full timeline yet.
Yeah, it's
But he
very.
said-
It's
he
a
said
weird
so
deep in
far.
it.
He said so
I
far.
watch it in release order. It's very thought provoking, and the way that the timeline is in the first batch of movies is fascinating, and it's just really interesting to watch, and that makeup is fantastic. So, yeah, intake that.
Yeah, go on, man.
Oh, I would say tear along the daughter line. I feel like I've said it before.
Was that anime?
Yeah, and it's not anime. It's an anime show on Netflix. The season 2 was released, I think, this
What's
year.
it called?
Last year. Tear along the daughter line. It's about
Oh, yeah, you
friends.
mentioned it.
Yeah,
I feel like no one.
Is it season 2?
Yeah, they made a season 2 last year, this year. I feel like it's about like friends that it's about this guy's a comic, and then he voices it, and it's about him and his imagination and how life turned out and what they thought life would be and how he actually did turn out and
Sound like me.
dealing with like the
Do you know
reality
what
of
that
life.
sounds to me of? A Little Life.
Sounds sad.
Have you ever heard it?
No,
A little life.
Yeah, it's a really sad book.
Sounds like
but that show is kind of the ending. I can't like when I say.
Is it a
watch
sad anime?
It's not anime. It's an
Oh,
animated
sad anime.
show. Okay, I'm not explaining. It's on Netflix.
Animation show.
If it's just an animation.
But it's in a different language though. They speak a different language, but with English subtitles.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm not
She's a sub kind of gal. That's what she is.
Oh.
You're a
But
sub one.
but I feel like it's really good. I feel like everyone should watch. that
Oh,
show.
I've seen that.
I feel like
Yeah,
everyone should watch
I've
it.
seen season 1.
Season 1 was
Yeah.
heartbreaking, fam. Especially the end of it. Remember?
yeah, it's quite emo.
Yeah. That's my show. I'll say. I didn't think it'd be that good.
Was it French in it? I remember.
No,
first episode.
Italiano.
It's Italian. Started
Season 2.
Not yet.
Maz, what's your intake?
My intake is I watched The Crown's part 2 or part 1?
Part 1.
Part 1 for the final penultimate season, and oh my god, the first episode, the pacing, like the transition from the first few scenes into this like title sequence, mad. I was hooked, mad.
Yeah.
I was in. The pacing started to get a bit off again, but then I still gave it a chance. And what I really liked was it had an amazing circular narrative. I love circular narrative. Starting off at the end and then picking it up again. Oh my god, yes. So I'm really excited for part 2 in that sense.
the history side of it, you can tell that parts obviously are a bit entertainment based and exaggerated.
There was talks about the actual royal family wanted to see the film, see the show before it goes out.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Because they're so worried about
The image.
forward image perception. But I think it was like really good, and obviously the writers, for no biasly, because I just talked about Emerald Fennell being a writer for The Crown, but it's really good writing. You always know, regardless of what happens, the writing's good, the cinematography is great, they really focus on detail. And speaking of the Tenant, so what's her name? The girl in the Tenant.
I'll bring up
Tenant.
Yeah.
Oh, the blondie.
Sophie Vicky.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So she's in it playing Diana. And oh my days.
No, Elizabeth Debicki.
Elizabeth Debicki.
Yeah.
She turned into
Some
Diana.
Paris
She actually turned into her. It was like, you could see why she was casted because of the yacht scene and in
That
the
scene was
Tenant.
powerful.
So you kind of see that, but
This guy.
I broke the chair, bro.
You said, how can he tell it? Sorry, man.
Sorry,
Please
sorry,
continue.
sorry,
This guy was broke.
Sorry, man.
but like as you see, you can see why she was
The
casted.
structural integrity of this chair is
And you just
great.
like she ate it. I think you should probably don't watch all the other ones. Watch that one.
Can you go straight to it?
That season of Crown. You mean?
Yeah.
Can you go straight to it?
Yeah, of course I can. And I know the story of how it got there, anyways, isn't it?
Fair.
Everyone knows the story of the royal family.
Like it's also within our lifetime.
Exactly.
Not yours, but within our lifetime.
Like our mums told us the story.
Yeah, but they,
that's
saying, they want to see
How
the face.
Elizabeth got finessed.
That's our auntie.
Exactly.
Of course we're gonna
Like,
know.
our mum said that she was their best friend, and then and then she got finessed by the queen.
Yeah, so that's my intake for now. But if you enjoy The Tenant, you'll definitely enjoy Elizabeth Debicki's.
Aaron Taylor Johnson is in the Crown.
No, this is Tenant.
I was gonna say, what budget do they have in the Crown now? Like,
Oh no, the casting for The Crown is mad. They have a.
isn't it normally like UK actors though? Like,
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
regardless,
these UK actors
Aaron
cost
Taylor
money
Johnson
too.
is a UK actor.
he's British.
Yeah, he's British.
You never know
Do you
that.
know he was American all the time?
Watch Bullet Train.
It's a lot.
And
Since
his
like
films
since
are
back,
perfect.
since
He
back
does
in-
a lot. He does a lot of yeah. He's from. I don't know if this
High
is-
Wycombe.
This is the north.
No,
He's
it's
an
north
English
of
guy.
London.
It's an English
Oh,
guy.
North of
Okay.
He's from Tottenham.
No, north of North London.
Oh,
Okay. I
What,
thought it was
Enfield?
American, you know. Hold on, I thought it was
Enfield
American.
is north.
All right, guys, man. That's our intake. That's the end of our show, man. Thank you guys for listening. Thank
Why
you
were
guys
you
for
didn't
watching.
give an intake?
I did give my intake. I said
You
Scott
paying
Pilgrim
attention?
takes off.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for listening to what I'm saying. We've got
This
two
guy,
Aladdins
man.
in this building
This
now.
guy.
Do the same thing. But yeah, man, thanks you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. If you're listening, please do give us a rating on Spotify or wherever audio platform you're on, because it does help us grow. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit us a like and a little subscribe. You know, 'cause,
Maybe dropping
you know,
something in the
yeah,
comments for a
little
little
comment.
someone.
Yeah. What
We
happened
know
to
you.
Aladdin's commenters, man?
They like Caleb now.
They saw the skinny jeans and left and said, bring
Nah,
Caleb.
you know, it's because they. It was because they realized I'm not light skinned. That's why, man.
Jeez, oh yeah. Look at colorism. That's crazy, bro. But
Crazy.
anyway, man, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. That's myself, Junior. We've got Mazavelli in the building. We've got a whole new world, Aladdin as well. And we've got the return of the Mac. I can't say he'll be here next episode, but we've got him this episode, so take it
We'll
as
take
you
what we
can.
get. See you next year.
Next year, for real.
Next year, you know.
Proper.
Maz, I see that.
2024.
Maz, I see what you did there, Maz. I see
Well,
what
you'll
you
be
did
on
there.
time.
I see what you did there.
You'll be on time.
You'll be on time.
I see what you did
If
there.
we see him
Just for
before
that, I'ma come to another one.
That's what that means.
Despite
I knew he was going to... I was about to say next week.
Spice me bastard, bro.
Another one. I saw what you did there. I saw the little pause. That pause was like, wait, I can't do next week.
I calculated it.
I'll come to another one.
I calculated that. Damn.